soon as the infield outfield's done, we'll start. Whoops. Incoming. Yeah. Hold on. Well, so could I. Where is it? Feehan, 11-1. No, went the whole way. All right. Dave, we're going to let it rip. Good afternoon and welcome to this special presentation of AACS Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel, the engineer on site, setting up our equipment. He'll also be running the graphics until Peter Bray gets here. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Kevin, it is senior day here at the Drummond Street Turf Fields in Attleboro, and you couldn't possibly have a better day for baseball.
Yeah, we really lucked out when you think about some of the weather that we've had this year with the 30-mile-an-hour blowing in winds on some of those days that we had. But absolutely perfect weather. Important game for both teams, and a beautiful day, and obviously a nice turnout for a crowd today for both Feehan and obviously all the Attleboro senior parents are here.
Exactly. Bishop Feehan, the visiting team today. Bishop Feehan of Attleboro under Coach Eric Everton, his 11th year with the program. 8th year as the head coach, a West Point graduate, and I got some stories about that. Feehan comes in at 14-8. Attleboro comes in at 5-13. They're coached by Steve Dunley, 4th year, 3rd season because of COVID, and he played at Boston College,
yes,
not Northeastern, as I said last week.
He pitched against Northeastern, but not for Northeastern.
Exactly. Also was a footballer at Medfield High School. We figured out the problem for the Bombardiers. It hasn't been too many walks by the pitching staff. It hasn't been the players. It sure as heck hasn't been the coach. Kevin, it's been you and me.
Yeah.
We show up and they don't play their A game.
No.
When we're not here, they play great baseball.
Yeah, and the what have you done for me lately? Attleboro's played a series of 1-0 baseball games, the last two, the exact opposite of the types of games they've been playing recently.
When we show up.
When we show up. A 1-0 win over Needham last Friday. Freshman Tyler Dunley with 6 scoreless innings, and then a 1-inning clean inning save for Billy Saltmarsh.
2 strikeouts.
Yep. And then yesterday, the hardest luck of losers in Parker Sackett loses a 1-0 no-hitter to Mansfield. Of all teams, Mansfield, the Yankees of the Hawk.
Yes, Attleboro had 6 hits and no runs. Mansfield 0 hits and 1 run, but that was enough. A walk, a batter hit by a pitch, and then some confusion on an infield pop-up led to an error, and that was the only score of the game, scored by Sacchetti, who's a hell of a player for Mansfield.
Yeah,
that was a heartbreaking loss.
Heartbreaking. Attleboro had 6 hits. They just couldn't string anything together to get the run across to tie it up, and I cannot imagine losing a no-hitter.
I know it. Man. For Bishop Feehan, they will start senior Jake Rossetti at shortstop. He'll lead off, followed by center fielder Colin Finlan, also a senior. Hitting third is the catcher Ian Mosser, a junior. Cleanup is Shawn Stevenson, the left fielder. He's a senior. Is he a hockey player? I think I remember that name.
Stevenson, I think football.
Football, okay.
And I know his brother was a football player.
Oh, okay.
I'm drawing a blank on his first name right now.
Hitting fifth will be Billy Roach, the senior third baseman. Hitting sixth is Brett Jasami. Jasami or Jasami?
Let's go with Jasami.
All right, Jasami, a junior right fielder, if I can read my R there. There we go. Tyler Slack will hit 7th, and he's a junior DH, and you know you're a good team when your designated hitter is hitting 7th. Hitting 8th is Ben Feely, the senior second baseman. Hitting 9th, captain Matt Linehan, a senior first baseman, and pitching will be senior Andrew Cook, also a captain.
strong team. They come in. I actually have it 12-7. You have 14. I saw both as well, but the stats I was given add up to 12-7.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure if the 14-8 might have included some
Scrimmages
or non-leagues, but they are ranked 14th in the Division I power rankings, top 32, make the playoffs. Attleboro with a mathematical chance, still ranked at 36, needs to win out. Our third must-win game of the year for Attleboro, where they are 1-1 in our must-wins.
Billy Saltmarsh with a strike on the outside edge. 0-1 to the tall Jake Varsity. Defensively for the Bombardiers, Aiden Hawkwater is catching. He's the only junior in the lineup here on senior day. We'll get to the rest in a minute. Big curveball. Turn up the field, Mike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Varsity hitting 341 on the year with a 438 reach base. Has a home run, 11 RBIs, 6 walks, and hit by a pitch. Scored 11 runs.
Fastball, swing and a miss.
And we've seen Billy pitch well, especially from the windup. Gets himself into trouble when he's from the stretch. He starts walking people a bit, but from the windup, and he's dominating. He spots his fastball and spots his splitter and his off speed.
Breaking ball misses up top. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and I think my allergies are kicking in. Defensively, Owen Tabers at third base. Evan Hoole, a shortstop. Kelleher at second, Jamie Block at first base. The outfield left to right, Hegarty. Curveball, swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Hawkwater. Going to be a tough play. In time. Nice start to senior day. The outfield left to right, Hegarty, George, and Ben Hawkwater.
Billy comes into the game with a 2-3 record in 32 innings, 4.81 ERA, 1.75 WHIP. Really hasn't given up too many hits. It's been the walks that have hurt Billy. He was doing better, and he did have a tough game his last time. He'll be going to UMass Dartmouth, and we'll be telling you where all the seniors are going at some point today. But he'll be going to UMass Dartmouth to do some pitching.
Colin Finland. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1, and Billy, as usual, only the right side of his shirt gets untucked.
Exactly.
It's kind of like in hockey, Wayne Gretzky tucked in the left side of his jersey. Billy Saltmarsh has the opposite look going. Called strike, low outside corner, 0-2. I don't think Billy's as good a hockey player as Gretzky was, though.
Probably not, but he's in the running, I'm sure. Finland 302 with a 356 on base percentage.
Hard ground ball to the shortstop, Tabor. Couple of hops, long throw to Jamie Block. 5-3 if you're scoring at home.
And why wouldn't you be?
2 up, 2 down. This brings up the cleanup hitter. I love this. Catcher, Ian Mosser. Whenever I see a pitcher or a catcher hitting third, you know you're not watching Major League Baseball.
Ian's got the numbers to back it up. 391 with a 548 reach base.
Wow.
And for good measure, a couple home runs, 10 RBIs, 15 walks.
Wow. So a great eye. Looks at that curveball. High, ball 1.
Obviously important for Billy to work from ahead. That was a struggle early in the year, not getting the first pitch strikes. Has really worked on it and has gotten better at that as the year has gone along.
Hard grounder to Tabor again. Fields it. 1 less hop this time. Fires across the diamond. Again, 5-3. 3 up, 3 down. How many pitches?
10 pitches for Saltmarsh in a league of 105 pitches. That's going to be huge if you want to keep Billy out there for as long as possible.
After 1/2 inning of play, no score. The Bombardiers coming up on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Air Supply Callahan as we get ready for the bottom of the first on this gorgeous senior day. Game being played on May 24th, about 72 degrees.
Can I call you Paul Craft Fair Healy?
I went to one craft fair, Kevin, one.
And I went to one Air Supply concert, one. Mine was 20 years ago.
All right.
When was actually about 30 years ago now? When was your last craft fair? 30 days ago?
I love my wife.
There's a better chance of you going to a craft fair than me going to an Air Supply concert again in the future. Let's put it that way.
Evan Houle leading off here for the Bombardiers, a senior shortstop. Strike one, low in the zone. Oh, we'll give you our umpires in just a minute. Evan heading to URI, where he'll be
having fun.
Oceanography major. He's on the golf team, co-captain of the basketball team, co-captain of the baseball team. Swing and a miss, and Evan got a good look at third base coach Dave Pagano during that swing.
Pulled the head down there. Sure, Evan will be joining brother Mason on the intramural flag football team. Where, Mason won the championship this year. He was on YouTube.
High, 1-2. Pitching for Bishop Feehan is senior, one of their co-captains, Andrew Cook. After this batter, we'll have Kevin tell you a little more about Andrew. 1-2 to Evan.
If Evan gets on, he's 8 for 8 on the base pass this year.
Breaking ball stays alive, fouling it, and there's Coach Eric Everton chasing after the foul ball. Count remains 1-2.
And Cook does come in with a 4-3 record, a 4.02 ERA.
What was that again?
4.02 ERA,
wow.
1.63 WHIP, 32 strikeouts in 31 1/3 innings.
Pops it up, sky high, foul to the right, out of our sight, but we can tell by the reaction of the players and umpires it's a foul ball. Remains 1-2. Our home plate umpire, Jerry Como, graduate of Durfee High School from 1966.
I know Jerry.
He was in the stands when Skip Karam won his first state title as the Durfee basketball coach. They beat my big brother Michael's 27-0 Westboro team. They came this close to being the Hoosiers of Massachusetts. Breaking ball outside, 2-2 to Evan. Our base umpire, Brian Barry, who graduated from Algonquin Regional High School, our big rivals at Westboro High in 1981, and went right to the U.S. Marine Corps. Oh, that looked like a slider that broke out of the zone. Swing and a miss, strike three. Beautiful pitch by Cook.
Cook, this is the second time facing Attleboro. He got the victory in the first game against Attleboro, 11-1, a little over a month ago. So the funny thing about home plate umpire Jerry, it's his strike zone can be inconsistent to be nice, and every single player loves him. He is by far the nicest guy out there.
Called strike to Ben Hockwater, the left-handed hitting senior right fielder, 0-1.
Ben with a 267 on base percentage, 3 RBIs.
Breaking ball fouled off to the left, 0-2.
Another one of those quick seniors. If he can get on, he'll be flying around the bases, and he'll be looking to go into CCRI, where he'll be where he wants to play baseball. CCRI.
My son Camden, ball one high. He was part of the jazz band at CCRI. A little more impressive. Over 100 kids auditioned. He got in.
No, it is impressive. We're doing a baseball.
I know. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, when it comes to athletics, my son was a heck of a musician.
Takes after his father.
Yeah. Hey. When it comes to baseball, I was a heck of a third base coach. Breaking ball, stays with it, but hits it right back to Cook. Cook's underhand to Linehan at first base, 1-3 if you're scoring at home. And we'll give you the Feehan defense as Owen Tabor steps to the plate, the senior third baseman. Where's Owen heading?
Owen had raised his average up over 300. I think he went over yesterday, so he's just under 300 at 289. On base percentage of 481.
Wow.
2 doubles, a triple, a couple RBIs, 8 runs, 4 hit by pitches, 10 for 11 on the base pass, and we were at the game where he should have picked up his 5th hit by pitch. They called it strike 3.
Yes.
Even though it hit him. That was against North Attleboro.
That was low and away, right?
I think so.
Ball
1. Owen going to UMass Dartmouth in the fall as well.
Just short of the plate, 2-0. First 2-0 count in the first 3 batters here. So Owen Tabor, hitter's pitch here. We'll give you Feehan's defense in a moment.
Tabor 1 of 6, looking to be
Outside 3-0.
looking to ply their trade, if you will,
Yeah.
in college baseball next year.
Moser is the catcher for Feehan. Roach at third base. Rosati's the shortstop. Feely the second baseman. Linehan at first. Outfield left to right. Stevenson, Finland, and Jasami. Ball 4 and a breaking ball that misses. Attleboro has their first runner on. 2 outs.
So this will be interesting to see what Coach Dunley does. You have Tabor with 10 for 11 on the bases, but you have your best hitter up in an RBI situation. Do they send him down to second to put Christian Dame up, who is hitting .383 with a .491 on base? Or do you risk it and have Dame lead off next inning? Be interesting to see what he does with 2 outs.
Christian, home run. Well, his home run of the season was a grand slam. Fastball, well, actually might have been a slider. Late break, swing and a miss, strike 1.
And Dame also has 3 doubles, a triple to his credit. Been hit. It's got to be Hawk leading 8 times this year.
Wow. You want to win, don't you?
Exactly. Well, yeah, but it hurts. Rudy Stein, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
from the original Bad News Bears. Getting back to first base in time is Owen Tabor. The Feehan coaches obviously know what a base-stealing threat Owen is. There he goes, hit and run attempt, fouled. Back 0-2 to Christian Dane.
It's the only time it's tough when it's 0-0 and you have a steal and you're going to be safe. And I think Tabor had a good enough jump where he was going to be safe.
Yeah.
When it's 0-0, the batter could take a pitch. When it's 0-1, you really don't want him taking the second strike, which is unfortunate. Now it's 0-2. I would send Tabor again. You're looking for a curveball, maybe in the dirt. I'd send him again.
Breaking ball just in front of it as Christian Dane hammers that ball foul to left. We've seen him do that at least a half a dozen times this year.
Yeah.
Count remains 0-2. Dave Pagano is out of view of our camera, but doing a great job going through the signals, Kevin.
Yes, he does a fabulous job on that.
When was, now picking his nose, is that the indicator or is that, runner is going, fouled off again by Dane, pitch on the low outside corner, protecting his plate well.
And you see Cook not giving him any off speed, just kind of like trying to pick his corners here. Tabor getting, that's the second time he has gotten a good jump.
And then Como, the home plate umpire, Jerry Como, going after the foul ball himself. That'll endear you to the catcher.
Yes. Jamie Block, like, I thought I was supposed to get that ball. That's why I'm here in the on-deck circle, right? I'm not timing up the pitcher. I'm getting foul balls.
High fastball, that's hit high and deep to center field, but Finland will have room, makes the catch, and that retires the side. A well-hit ball, but it goes as an out for the Bombardiers. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base after 1 full inning. No score on a beautiful spring day.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports as we get ready for the top of the second inning. Our biggest fan, who's usually in St. Augustine, Florida, Tom Houle, having a conversation with home plate umpire Jerry Como. We told you he graduated from Durfee High in '66. Tom very respectfully asked, when the hell are you going to retire? Jerry said this was his last year after 25 years of officiating basketball. Baseball, he plans on to keep on going. I think the quote was, they'll have to take this clicker out of my cold, dead hands. Or maybe that was Charlton Heston, I don't know.
It's one or the other. I get the two mixed up all the time as well.
Didn't Jerry Como star in the movie Ben-Hur? I don't know. Ask your parents, kids. All right, your grandparents. Top of the second inning, Feehan will send up their 4, 5, 6 batters. This is Shawn Stevenson, the senior left fielder. He'll be followed by Billy Roach and Brett Jasami. Wearing number 9 and hitting left-handed. Ted Williams somewhere is smiling.
Shawn going to be doing a postgraduate year. I think they said at Cardinal, and then he plans on going to UConn, play some Division I baseball.
Breaking ball from Billy Saltmarsh is low, 1-0 to Shawn.
Hitting .404 with a .460 on base, 4 home runs this year, 27 RBIs.
Wow. What was that pitch? I was writing your stats.
Fastball and foul tip. Father Rob Stevenson, a fine player at Cumberland High School, class of '86. Won a state championship in Cumberland, 1985. I was a freshman cheerleader on the team. Rob was just a little bit better than me, so I didn't play.
Low 2-1. Obviously, Rob not interested in our commentary. He has his own phone out filming the action.
Wants to watch his kid. Can you believe it?
Breaking ball stays just a bit high, 3-1.
Good hitters count here for Stevenson. Saltmarsh might want to come in and try for the outside corner and not go middle in.
Low in the zone, fouled off Stevenson's front foot. The left leg looks okay, 3-2. I wanted to do a post-grad year at Worcester Academy. And once I got accepted at Bridgewater State, that ended that. My father, $2,500 to go to Bridgewater, 10 grand for a post-grad year at Worcester Academy. Guess where you're going, kid? I went to Bridgewater.
Yes. Bridgewater came up in conversation today. They were advertising on the radio. What if that means the enrollment numbers might be down?
Low, ball 4. Huckwater blocks it and keeps it in the dirt or the fake brown plastic. Moving on to first base, the leadoff runner on, a big deal in baseball, Kevin.
Yeah, leadoff runner score, I believe, at 75% clip, and that's the 6th walk of the year that Stevenson has worked. And as we've seen, Billy's gotten better as the year's going on, but in the beginning of the year, he's a different type of pitcher from the stretch than the windup. He slowed the tempo down a lot, almost too much, and they worked on it. He was better in the last game that we've done, as you are watching the Billy Saltmarsh YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's been the starting pitcher for a bunch of our games. That's low. Nice stop by Aiden behind the plate. Squaring to bunt, charging him from third base was Tabor, 1-0.
Stevenson not running on the play. Matter of fact, he was fooled a bit, and he was actually heading back to first base on that.
Do we know what Billy Roach is hitting?
Yes, we do. He's hitting .308 with a .400 on base percentage. He has a home run, 6 RBIs, and scored 12 runs this year for the 12-7 Bishop Feehan Shamrocks.
Bunts it foul. First base side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Important with the way Attleboro was cycling on that bunt. They left third base open. So with Tabor charging in, if the ball's not going to him, he's going to have to hustle back to third, or Saltmarsh will have to go cover third because they have the shortstop Poole covering second on that one.
Saltmarsh takes something off. Slow roller to Evan Hoole. He's going to have to go to first base. That's in time for the out. Moving to second was Stevenson, 6-3. Our base umpire is Brian Barry. He went to Algonquin Regional High School, and you fans of late 70s Central Mass baseball know that Algonquin excelled at runner on first, bunting the ball, and the runner on first, usually Dave Howard, who could run like the wind. He played college ball at Northern Arizona, and at least 6-7 times that year, he'd be on first base, the next batter would bunt, and he'd end up at third.
Yeah. That's a great play if you can execute that.
Just misses outside to Brett Jasami, the junior right fielder, 1-0. That guy, Dave Howard was his name. He was 5'4", starting quarterback, starting point guard, starting center fielder. And again, as I told you, played for 3 years varsity center field at Northern Arizona. Wow. Division I program. We'll talk more about Hockomock League baseball in the 21st century as the game moves on, trust me. 2-0, what's Brett's average?
Brett's hitting .318 with a .362 on base percentage. He'll be playing for John Purdom, the coach, Post 49 Junior Legion this summer.
Fastball, that's a shot. Hoole dives off his glove for an infield hit, knocks it down.
Oh, they got him at third.
They got him at third base, big turn. Now he's stuck in a pickle. Runner at first is heading home. Diving with the tag is Owen Tabor. So that's going to be a 6-4 for the out at the plate. Moving to second base was Jessamy on the fielder's choice.
Nice play by Tabor, all hustle, dive, and I was actually looking at the wrong
that's
umpire.
an infield hit.
It's an infield single,
Yes.
and he took second on the rundown.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I guess it's the rundown.
Yeah.
I was looking at home plate umpire Jerry for the call, but it was the base umpire that called him out, who actually had the angle on Tabor diving, and he held up to show they had the ball. So that's the second out. And Houle did a nice job just by knocking it down, probably prevented the run, because if that was going into the outfield, clearly they were going to run home on it. And
Yes.
he took such a wide turn, he could not get back in time. Good hustle all around by Attleboro on defense.
Called strike to the left-hand hitting Tyler Slack, the junior DH. 0-1. And again, you can't criticize Ben Stevenson too harshly because he thought that ball was going into the outfield.
And even when Houle dove, it deflected a little bit into the outfield, but Houle was able to get up quickly and get to the ball.
Evan is a shortstop by trade due to his basketball knee injury, a displaced kneecap. Played most of this year at second base. Good to see him back at short.
Well, I think because of senior day, too, they kind of give him the short. They got 8 out of the 9 starters today. 9 if you count Saltmarsh, who's not hitting our seniors today.
Called strike, a heater on the inside edge. 0-2 to Tyler Slack. Did you give his stats?
Yeah, he's 2 for 6, so 333, limited time with a walk on the year.
All right.
And we don't cover Feehan nearly as much as Attleboro, so I don't know if he's a JV call-up, a limited starts, or if he regularly plays. But in this small amount of time, he's 2 for 6 with a walk.
Big
High
curveball.
curve.
Knocked high to George in center field. Camps under it and makes the catch. That will retire the side for the Bishop Feehan Shamrocks. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base after 1.5 innings. No score on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel,
Yes.
our engineer on site, setting up our camera. Peter Bray has arrived to take over graphics, so you don't have to listen to me, just watch the graphics on the screen. Or if you're in the mood for meditation, turn the volume down completely and watch the lovely clouds in the blue sky from our backstop camera. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. And let's give a shout out to your loving daughter, future Attleboro Hall of Famer, she hopes, Jenna Callahan.
She likes her participation trophies, you know that.
Yes, that's right. Jenna's never been to an Air Supply concert.
She has never been to it. Doesn't even know what Air Supply is.
Jamie Block hits one to the shortstop. Rosati, long throw across the diamond in time. Jamie heading to UMaine Farmington to play college ball. Didn't give us much time to talk about him. 1 up, 1 down.
No, Jamie has a very good, I believe his on-base percentage, like 370.
Yep.
Let's get that for you. At 342, 3 doubles on the year. Going after Dame's hit by pitch, but I think Dame's got it. Jamie's only been hit 4 times, so Dame's 8. Kean Keller.
Strike 1 from the outstanding Andrew Cook. By the way, Kean's got the Hamill Kelleher in there today on the program.
Oh, yes. Well, it's senior day, and you know, all the parents are here, and the grandparents might be watching. And
In Ireland.
In Ireland. Hello, if they are.
Caught the outside corner, 0-2 to Keehan.
Keehan hitting 308 on the season with a 357 on base percentage. Led the Sandlot League 2 summers ago in hit by pitches.
Okay.
As the youngest member of Team Callahan.
Surprised they make the Irish kids wear helmets.
Yeah.
It's not like they need them.
They don't need them.
I can say that, folks. I'm Healy from County Roscommon. Foul tip, and that goes off the chest protector of the catcher, Mosser, who shows no effect. So the catcher, myself, or you have not flinched yet.
No. Remember, I shut you out in the last game.
Yeah, I had
nothing.
4 it was softball, we're a little closer. I had 4 flinches in that game. And one was on a pitch, not even a foul tip. Oh, nice breaking ball, fisted to third base. Roach fields it, long throw.
Off.
That was up the first base line. How are you ruling that, Kevin?
But what I always struggle with, would he have beaten that out? Because he broke well out of the box, and it was a slow roller, infield single. I'll double check with the official score, but I'll go infield single to start. What do you think? You think he would have beat it out, or you think the error, or you think
here's
it was
what
an
we'll do. We'll go infield single, but
Okay.
if we get to the 5th inning and
Is a no-hitter?
Cook hasn't let up a hit, we might revisit that
I'll
decision.
I'll check in between innings, see how
Yep.
they scored it too on the official book.
Yep. Dave Pagano usually kind of takes the lead there, and unlike
Yeah.
major league scorers, he is not generous with the infield hits versus
No.
errors.
That's why I like when they go to second. I like giving the infield single, then they get to second on the error. Everybody gets the proper,
Yeah.
the proper due.
Nate George is up, the very speedy center fielder. Squares to bunt.
Oh, that could be gone.
Good
over the
distance.
fence. Oh, and a nice catch by
nice.
the fan.
Yes. And by the way, great, it's senior Dave. This is the biggest crowd we've seen here at Drummond Street Field. 0-1 to Nate.
Yeah, good-sized crowd on a perfect day. It's going to be about 70 degrees right now with a light wind. Get you
Oh,
the-
which is, by the way, blowing out to left. Probably should have mentioned that.
Nice.
315 straight down the line, a 4-foot fence.
66 degrees.
Missing low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrew Cook delivering to Nate George. Where's Nate heading?
I think Nate is going to UMass Dartmouth. Not to play.
Yep.
Just to be a college student, just to learn.
And dominated in murals. So, like Billy Saltmarsh, they'll both be playing sports, but Nate won't have a coach yelling at him. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I loved intramural sports in college.
I was the floor hockey champion. I was the goalie. I was on a team with the wrestling team.
Wow.
They dominated the jazz team, the jazz musicians.
We didn't have intramural flag football at Bridgewater, but we had softball, we had basketball. Ground ball, back to the pitcher, looks at second, decides to take the sure out at first base. Moving to second base is Kelleher. Out is George, 1-3.
Probably the wise play by Cook. I don't think they were going to have Kelleher at second, and they definitely were not going to turn a double play. They got the sure out, so now they got 2 outs now for Hayden Hegarty.
Yeah. Hayden, a 3-sport player. I know he looks tall and skinny in his baseball uniform, but boy, did he hit in the football field. A big fan of contact.
Oh, good.
Which you can do when you're young and still have all your cartilage. Swing and miss at a ball high. Looks like Cook took something off that ball. Changing speeds well.
Yeah,
Where in the first inning, he seemed to be at 1 steady speed.
Right.
Since then, he's changed speeds well.
Moving the pitches around the plate, off speed. That one's in the dirt. Nice block. Kelleher goes.
And he's going to be safe. We'll call that a wild pitch. Nice stop by the catcher, Ian Mosser. But Attleboro with a runner at third base on a 1-1 count on Hegarty.
Hegarty will be looking to put the ball in contact. Be interested to see if Cook now what he does, going for the windup, stays in the stretch.
Yep.
With 2 out. Hegarty will just look to find a hole here, see if they get their first run in.
Swing and a miss.
Here comes
Ball
Kelleher.
gets away from Mosser and scoring. And I think we have to call that a pass ball.
Yeah.
And I love catchers. I hate to do that. Takes brains and guts to play that position. 1-0 Bombardiers.
Just a little, lack of focus maybe. Just looked away on the swing. I'm not sure.
Yep.
But he missed it, and Kelleher took advantage and scored. So when an infield single for Kelleher, advances on the ground ball, a wild pitch, and a pass ball, gets the run.
Breaking ball inside. I got 3-1.
I got 2 and 2 because he swung at that pass ball.
Oh, that's right. 2 and 2. Thank you. So that's an unearned run.
Unearned run, yes.
Cook back to the windup. Just missing outside, 3-2. Andrew wearing the number 2. Wonder if that's in honor of Jerry Remy.
My guess is that was his first number in high school, and just kind of wore it all through all 4 years.
Ooh, nice pitch. That looked like that slider again with a late break.
And a good pitcher's pitch there, and Cook is averaging about a strikeout an inning.
And that's 2 strikeouts today. Yes. After 2, the Bombardiers, we think they got to hit that inning. So 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left on base. The run is unearned. And after 2 complete, the Bombardiers are the 1-0 lead over crosstown rival Bishop Feehan.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
As a trained professional, I know what that dead air means.
We're back.
Welcome, we're back, and Kevin and I were wrong again. The official scorer ruled that an error on the third baseman, so that's, or actually on the throw.
On the throw, on the third baseman, though.
Yes, so that's going to be E5, that is no hit. So Attleboro, as they lost to Mansfield yesterday, Mansfield beat Attleboro 1-0 without benefit of a hit. And today it's the Bombardiers scoring a run without benefit of a hit. So Peter, I was wrong. Changed the graphics. No hits for Attleboro.
No hits for Attleboro. What they said, and they had a better, I think, a better angle than I did. I couldn't tell, like, when the first baseman caught it, I thought I saw Keller's foot come down. But what they said is that, because the throw pulled him so far up the line, they think, just a normal throw across the diamond would have had him probably by a step or half a step. I'm like, no, perfect. That's why I went and asked. I wasn't adamant in my call.
So the Feehan fans are happy because Cook still has his no-hitter early in this game. Ground ball up the middle by Ben Feely. And there's the second hit of the game for Bishop Feehan. Ben Feely, the senior second baseman. We'll give you more information about Ben the next time he's up. So 2 hits now for Feehan, 0 for the Bombardiers, but Attleboro were the 1-0 lead. Is that the first break the Bombardiers have gotten this season?
Yes, I think it was.
This brings up the number 9 hitter, Captain Matt Linehan, a multi-sport athlete, senior first baseman.
Feely has 2 stolen bases on the season.
Ball low is charging in. It was Tabor, who got a good jump. He was almost in the batter's face. Ball 1 to Matt.
What's funny is for Feehan, they only have, as a team, 18 stolen bases as a team. Attleboro has 49.
Wow.
No, it's like 57 stolen bases as a team.
Ball pitches out of the strike zone. A hard bunt down to first base.
Tag.
Block fields it. He'll go with the tag, and you're right. Watch third base. So Block makes the out and follows Kevin's advice. Think he heard you?
Sorry, I get in my own little coaching head there and forget that you were talking.
So that's 3 unassisted if you're scoring at home. Ben Feely moves down to second base. It's a successful sacrifice bunt.
Yes, that's exactly why. Maybe a little. If you took just something a little bit off of it, that might have been a hit.
Yeah.
It hit that dead zone between the pitcher and the first baseman. Block did a nice job putting the tag on, not turning his back to the runner.
Yes.
Second.
Jake Varsity, the leadoff hitter, his second time up. Big curveball, nice start. Hawkwater 1-0. He struck out swinging. Ball got away from Hawkwater, who made a nice throw to get him at first base. It's 1-0. Varsity hitting .341 in the year, 1 homer, 11 runs knocked in. I'm stealing Kevin's stats now.
That's fine. I talk over you. So.
Fastball, foul tipped into the mitt. Little something on that pitch, Kevin.
I noticed Attleboro is paying a little bit more attention to the runners on second than in previous games. We've seen some huge leads on the Attleboro defense in previous games. The lead's not as big today.
Just missing outside, 2-1. Remind me to tell the Eric Everton story. He was recruited by both the U.S. Naval Academy and West Point. Eventually went to West Point, but he told me a story before the game that I'd love to share with the viewers.
All right.
Saltmarsh from the stretch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Nice pitch.
Looked like he was swinging for a second home run on that pitch. He put everything he had behind him. Had he connected with that fastball and that swing, that ball would have been up high in those trees.
Again, a mellow breeze, but it is blowing out today. Saltwater to the stretch.
Saltwater.
Saltwater, salt marsh. I combined the pitcher and the catcher. Hawk water, salt marsh. Count remains 2-2. Laugh it up, Kevin. Bang, zoom.
I've enjoyed your mistakes this year.
It's an art. It's an art more than a science, folks.
Saltwater.
And time called as Billy took a bit too long, and you could tell Billy disappointed because he caught the outside corner beautifully with that pitch.
But we've mentioned Billy in the past, has been a lot more deliberate from the stretch than from the windup, and it's a different pace.
Yeah.
2-2 to the leadoff Rosati.
Oh, wow. You can't hit a fly ball higher than that. Getting under it is the second baseman. Kelleher makes the catch. 2 outs now. Runner in scoring position. Boy, that was in the air.
That's one of those mile-high pop-ups you see in the majors.
So Eric Everton, the Feehan coach, he's been with the program 11 years. He's been the head coach for 8 years. 2 of his sons athletes at Feehan. He had pretty much decided to go to West Point when the phone rings. His mother answers the phone. Gentleman says, hello, this is Joe Bellino. His mom had no idea he was the Heisman Trophy winner from the Naval Academy back in the day. Talked to Eric, and Eric said he gave a great recruiting pitch, but he decided he had an aversion to ships that go up and down and up and down in the ocean, felt more comfortable on the land, and decided to stick with his commitment to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York.
Couldn't join the Navy. It just goes along lakes. Huh?
Yeah, right. Colin Finland is up, the center fielder. Already one put out in the field. High outside, 1-0. Finland grounded out to third base in the first inning, hitting .302.
Yeah, with 356 on base, 12 RBIs. He has an RBI situation now.
Yeah.
With Feely on second base and two outs will be off on contact. Anything to the outfield. We saw it last inning. We'll be looking to score.
Yep. Nice pitch, catches the outside edge. 1-1. That's one of those pitches that is 1 a strike and 2 not really fair.
Pitcher's pitch. Yep. He's got some good pop on his fastball. Probably sitting mid 80s today. I think he's topped out. I was told at 88. And my guess is that it was a little bit less than that.
Yeah. Big curveball, stays just a bit inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That wasn't as good of a pitch.
No, that was
curveball that just didn't break and kind of left it up high.
I pitched until I think I was 14, and that's when we realized maybe there's a better place for me on the diamond. Low, nice stop by Hawkwater, 3-1. I had almost a curveball and a flat nothing ball. I threw strikes, but not much on them. And, well, when the average distance hit on my pitches got above 350 feet, that's what they said, kid, you're a middle infielder. Oh, he went around, tried to check the swing, and that is strike 2.
Yeah, he fell for the high heat on that one, tried to hold up and just could not stop himself. So the payoff pitch coming up.
Saltmarsh, 1 strikeout, 2 walks.
Oh, it hit the bat? Oh, no, it hit him. Oh, Saltmarsh's argument. They're going to check because Finland did not move right away, and Coach Dunley's out. I think it hit the bat. Yeah, they're calling back. Billy Saltmarsh reacted right away.
Look, the smile on his face from Colin Finland, he knows it. Yeah. He's not arguing.
Well, I think that was like, oh, I should have sold it. If he had sold it a half a second earlier,
Yeah.
he may have gotten there first.
Well, he goes to Bishop Feehan. It's a Catholic school. You can't lie to the umpires.
Yeah, I think he's a senior. I think he can.
It's like the Blues Brothers. You can't lie to the Penguin.
We got to go talk to the Penguin.
So I lied. You can't lie to a nun. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Colin Finland, and good work by our umpires Como and Brian Barry on the bases. Fouls it back. Count remains 3-2. Feely in scoring position at second base as Feehan's looking to tie this game up with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Finland. Yeah, I think we've done some of his hockey games when we did Feehan a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Or at least somebody related. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Wide open stance. Heater misses up high, ball 4. That's the 3rd walk issued by Billy today. So 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, and no big deal. The number 3 batter coming to the plate.
Who's only hitting, what was he? 391 with a 548 on base. 2 home runs. Did ground out the 3rd his first time up. 4 outs all around the bases. Outfield, straightaway, deep.
Fastball. Actually, a late break on that. I'm not sure what that was, but I do know it's called strike 1. And
Billy does have a splitter that he likes to go to a lot that has some
it.
late movement.
Moser, the number 3 batter, just has that confident look on his face. I'm waiting for him to say to the pitcher, throw it and duck.
You want your seniors 3 hitters to be confident up there. Ooh, there's a
big curveball. 1-1.
We'll just leave it at that. The count is now 1-1. I said they all love him.
Yep.
He's a great guy.
Fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Off the school in the air, no windows.
Excellent.
At the Brennan Middle School here in Attleboro.
Wind picking up a little bit right now, and now it's kind of blowing from the first base, kind of like from 1st to 3rd, or from the right field corner to the left field corner.
The last pitch, untucked salt marsh all the way, as is typical.
Change up, low, 2-2 to Ian Moser, junior catcher.
Important pitch here. You don't want the runners to get a head start on 3-2. So we'll see if Billy has his out pitch, one that he can refer to. His strikeout pitch.
Yep. Excuse me.
Maybe some high heat, maybe up and in. Or low heat.
Yes, or low fastball. That's fouled back by Ian Moser. Once again, the players obviously listening to Kevin. I think Aiden Hawkwater, the catcher, has looked at you a few times. What should I call next, Kev?
And then I'll do the opposite.
Yes.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And they're on the other side.
Breaking ball, strike 3. Beautiful pitch, 2nd strikeout of the game for Billy Saltmarsh. He is pumped up, getting the high fives from his teammates. Hell of a pitch.
Well, none bigger than that. You get the 3-hitter up, 2 home runs on the year, and you got him on a curveball. And I don't think Moser was expecting a curveball on 2-2. I think he was sitting fastball.
Yes, exactly right. So for Bishop Feehan, no runs on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. Overall, Feehan has no runs on 2 hits with 2 runners left on base.
No, they left 2 on that inning.
Oh, thank you. That's right. So 3 left on base. Thank you. Bombardiers, 1 run on no hits. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd right after this.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel, the on-site engineer who set up our camera. Peter Bray running the graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. We didn't mention, Kevin, that Andrew Cook, Feehan's starting pitcher who has yet to allow a hit, heading to the home of the Greyhounds.
Yeah, Assumption University now,
Yes.
no longer Assumption College.
My father officiated a ton of games there when I was a kid. Saw Jimmy Boylan, who was a star there, transferred to Marquette, where he won a national title in basketball in 1974. Called strike one to the junior catcher, Aiden Hawkwater, 0-1, the only junior in the lineup today on senior day.
Aiden will be playing post 312 Senior Legion this year.
Just a bit low and outside, 1-1 to Aiden, the catcher. And again, what I love, Aiden calls his own game. Doesn't look to the bench to get signals, which will be illegal when I'm benevolent czar. Games are meant for players, not coaches. Swing and a miss, 1-2, and that goes for the physical play and also the mental decisions. I want to see high school kids competing against high school kids, not against adults calling pitches. I know that's a minority view, sorry.
I agree with you on
nice.
the catchers. It's be happy to know I had coached a game the other day, and we pulled 3 teams together, and I was the head coach, and I didn't call one pitch. As a matter of fact, in the 5th inning, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I should be calling. No, the catcher knows what she's doing.
That's low. Gets by the catcher Moser, but no harm, no foul. 2-2. And by the way, on that previous pitch, that was a beautiful pitch by Cook, and nice job by Aiden to follow that off and stay alive.
Always looking at, protect with 2 strikes, shorten your swing, and just put the bat on the ball.
Wow, there's that woof.
I think he tipped it.
Yeah, foul tip into the mitt. That's the 3rd strikeout today for Andrew, and as Kevin told you earlier, he's averaging a strikeout an inning. Back to the top of the order, Evan Houle struck out swinging at the bottom of the 1st.
Be curious to see how Attleboro, if they change their approach in the 2nd time through the lineup. 2nd time seeing him this year as well.
High and outside, 1-0 to Evan.
Evan, there he is. Okay. Yep. 244 reach base, has a double on the year, 3 runs scored, 8 for 8 on the base pass.
Steals?
Yes.
Slow roller towards the shortstop, charging is Rosati. Oh, nice arm, makes the throw. 2 up, 2 down, 6-3 if you're scoring at home, and this brings up,
And why wouldn't you be?
If Bob Ryan is watching, we know he is. That's what his next book is about.
Doing the game, scoring the game?
Yes, he's got the scorebook for every single game he has attended, either as a fan or as a writer. Back into the 70s. Ball high to the left-handed hitting Ben Hawkwater, cousin of Aiden, 1-0. He ground back to the pitcher his first time up.
I've scored many games, either high school, college, when I go to Red Sox, Paw Sox. Not quite sure where that one missed, so 2-0.
2-0, and if you're a Feehan fan, we're saying with you.
But I do not have copies of, I'll find an old book somewhere and see what's in it, but that's about it. What a collection Bob Ryan must have.
Yeah.
Oh, so 3-0 to Hawkwater. Feehan fans would argue that it should be 2-1.
My brother Michael, who does our basketball and football color commentary, he still keeps a scorebook for every game he attends.
Ball high. A 4-pitch walk to Ben Hawkwater. He came in, he had a 267 on base. He'll be playing post 312 Senior Legion in the fall.
Second walk issued by Cook. This brings up the number 3 batter, Owen Tabor, the senior 3rd baseman. He walked in the 1st inning. He's got a couple of RBIs, a double and a triple. And I didn't plagiarize from you. What's his average?
289 with a 481 on base percentage, so that went up in the 1st inning. He's been hit 4 times. 4 times, so 11 walks, and he'll be playing post 312 this summer before playing college ball.
Fouled back. Good lead at first base by Ben Hawkwater. 0-1 to Owen Tabor.
Ben's 5 for 6 on the base pass this season, so he's got some good speed. If he can get a jump, he might be one of those that has a green light. And Tabor hitting out of the 3-hole put him in a good RBI situation. That's Attleboro leads 1-0.
Cook, quick move. Back in time is Hawkwater. Linehan at first base handles the throw. The head baseball coach at Wheaton was sitting next to you, Kevin. I think you drove him away.
I drove him away with my nonstop chatter.
Curveball, nice stop by Moser, the catcher.
Wheaton was just eliminated in the play. They won the NEWMAC championship. They went to upstate New York, where they made it to the championship game before losing 11-6. If you're ever looking to watch some good local college baseball, check out their home games. Tremendous team.
Close play at first, I guess, but back in time was Hawkwater.
Zach DiMatteo of North Attleboro. He just graduated. They had a special ceremony for the spring athletes that came back. They missed graduation because of playoffs.
Wow. Great catcher. Squaring to bunt, pulling the bat away, and a bad jump.
Oh, I missed it.
And he's out. Hawkwater, it looked like he was going to go on the pitch and then stopped. I turned my head back to the batter who missed the bunt attempt. So not a great jump and thrown out stealing. Nice throw by Moser.
That goes to shortstop or the second baseman. Because I'll be honest, so what is it?
I think the shortstop.
Okay, so it was probably a delayed steal.
Yeah.
And I was looking down to see how many outs because I was surprised to see the table was showing bunt on a 1-1 count. And so, it's a big thing. I don't know if it was supposed to be a delayed steal. If you got a bad jump, you're taught to, okay, go back to the base.
Yeah.
But if it was a delayed steal, then, okay, well, they would try something new and it didn't work out. Tabor will lead off next inning.
We'll be back after this in AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Kevin and I were just commenting that this is the first game this year where our allergies seem to be bothering us a little bit.
A little tickle in the throat, but don't worry, folks, it won't shut me up.
Heading into the top of the fourth inning, Shawn Stevenson back to the plate. He walked and moved to second on a ground ball, and then that was knocked down by the shortstop, Evan Houle, for an infield hit. Shawn thought the ball was going into the outfield, took a big turn at third base, was caught in a rundown, and erased from the base pass. Looks at ball one.
Yes, ball one high. Strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike, and you said he's going to be heading to a post-grad year and then playing college ball at UConn.
At UConn.
That is Division I at UConn.
Yep, Big East baseball. And I've heard good things about their baseball program.
Breaking ball, low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Shawn with a bit of an open stance.
Comes into the game with a 404 average, 4 home runs and 27 RBIs.
Wow.
In just 19 games.
High, 3-1 now to Shawn.
Watts back in the second. So good hitters count here.
Yeah, cleanup hitter, 3-1.
Yes.
Fastball, and that is hit high to right center field. Going way back is Hawkwater.
Nice.
And that's a ground rule double?
And
Or was that out of here?
no, the base umpire called the ground rule double. I could not tell from my angle.
Wow.
Drop or to go over?
He put his arms up, and they're saying it bounced over that fence, and we estimate that fence is about 375.
Wow.
We think it's about 380, 390 to straightaway center, 375 to the right center field gap.
That's a ground rule double, and that ball doesn't bounce over the fence. That's a triple.
And if the fence was 6 inches in more,
Yeah, that's a home run.
That would have been his 5th. But so Stevenson picks up his 24th hit on the year.
Wow.
So
Lead off double. Nice stop by Hawkwater. Billy Roach steps to the plate, hitting .308 on the season. 1 home run, 6 runs knocked in. Kevin told you earlier, 12 runs scored. He ground out to shortstop his first time up. Both catchers look good today.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job behind the plate defensively. Could be a bunting situation as we'll see what they do here.
That slipped out of Billy's hands, and you can tell from his reaction. 2-0.
Coach Everton has shown that he likes to play a little small ball with the bunt.
Yeah.
Doesn't steal as much as some of the other teams that we've seen, but he'll move them along with the small ball and the bunt. So far, he has not shown any indication of bunting. Now it's 2-0.
That gets away from Hawkwater. Oh, runner stays, though.
That sometimes is a tough read that went through his legs and you cannot see. And now he's actually asking the umpire to slide over a little bit. He just might not have been able to see the ball trickle through his legs, and then you could not read how far away it got from him. Aiden also pounced on it pretty quick.
Saying the base umpire, Brian Barry, blocked his view, but what's Brian going to do? He's got to be in position.
Exactly.
Fastball inside corner, called strike, 3-1.
If Saltmarsh can live there, that's a great pitch because he got it right on the inside corner and backed up Roach a little bit. Roach will be playing .312 in the summer.
Ball 4. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks for Saltmarsh today. So first and second, nobody out. Top of the 4th, 1-0 Bombardiers. Here comes Coach Dunley.
And prompts a visit from Dunley. So here's where my kids will differ in opinion from me.
Yeah.
And I think you may agree with me. I'm not a huge fan of it. And I know Attleboro does it. I just heard Attleboro, Feehan do it. They're yelling, the players are yelling out, after the walk, rattle. I don't like players commenting on the other team. I like them commenting for their own team.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's how I tried to coach it as well at the Little League and Babe Ruth levels and whatever.
Cheer for your own team.
It's I know it's all over the high school. I know it's all over college.
Oh, God, yeah. Thank you, Duke University. One that gets me in basketball is when someone travels or commits a foul. Well, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not very original. It's not very funny.
Well, it is very cliche, actually.
Yeah. Cheer for your own team. Don't taunt the other. But anyway, this has been a very played sport.
Oh, yeah. No, good game. I mean, top of the 4th, 1-0. Feehan's best opportunity of the day, basically. Bunt.
Ball misses 1-0 to Brett Jasami. The junior right fielder reached on an infield hit, was stranded at second base in the second.
So they're going to be cycling with Block at first, charging, and they're going to hold Tabor at third and cycle that way, kind of like clockwise.
Near pickoff attempt. Misses at the bunt attempt.
To number 11, Brett Jusami, who came in hitting .318 with .362 on base and reached on that infield single, I think you mentioned.
1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of went after that ball with a bunt as opposed to letting the ball just hit the bat.
Wonder if he was trying to push it somewhere and he just missed it. No bunt.
Nice stop, Hawkwater. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brett. Did we mention what a beautiful day it is?
Picture perfect day. Not too hot, definitely not too cold. I think where you are it might be a little bit chillier. You're closer to the water?
Yeah.
Quincy?
Quincy, yeah. Fastball. Pass, coach. Is that Everton in the third base box?
I believe so.
Yes, it is.
My brother lives in Norwell, and he always mentions this time of year, like 5 miles away from his house, the temperature, there's a 5 to 10 degree difference. He's on the colder side, a little bit closer to the water.
Shane Evans sent after that foul ball. How can you tell he's a sophomore? Nice curveball! Oh, beautiful pitch by Saltmarsh. First out of the inning.
That's Billy's 3rd strikeout, but 2nd on that curveball. He used that curveball last inning to get Moser out.
Whoops. And there
I
goes
just
Kevin's
lost
stats.
all my stats, all my paperwork.
There we go, saving a beauty.
All right, thank you.
Low to Tyler Slack, the junior designated hitter, flew out deep to center field his first time up. 1-0. Finish your thought, Kevin.
Just about the curveball.
Yeah.
So 2 big strikeouts out of his 3 have been on that curveball. So Billy's going to remember that it's working well, and Hawkwater's going to remember that to call it. Another
High
deep fly
fastball.
ball.
That's hit deep to left center field. George is back. That finds the gap. gets before the wall. The runner's got a poor jump, had to wait and see if it was going to be caught. A run scores an RBI double for Tyler Slack. It is 1-1.
And Slack has hit the ball well twice on a deep fly ball to center for an out, and this time to left center field for a double and an RBI. Again, the run is held up. We've seen George in the outfield and center field. He's very fast. He can get to a lot of balls. Got a good jump on that one. Just couldn't get there. It was hit perfectly in left center field. And it actually, with the left-handed hitter, it was slicing away from George.
Yep.
And the left fielder for Attleboro, Hayden Hegarty, could not get it as he was playing straight away left field.
So that's the third hit of the game for Bishop Feehan. And their first run, we're tied at 1. 2 runners now in scoring position. 1 out, top of the third.
For Ben Feely, who comes up, who has a single in his first at bat.
Yep.
Feely comes into the game. He was hitting, he got picked up his 11th hit. He has a .265 on base percentage. It could be. Oh, I think we have a courtesy run up.
Now we know why they sent Shane Evans after that foul ball to deep left. They wanted him to loosen his legs so he could courtesy run. Yeah.
So number 24, Shane Evans. And Shane Evans has scored 4 runs on the year.
24 is pitch running.
So look for Attleboro's defense to be in all around, is my guess. The middle infielders right now are playing deep. The corners are in. Could be a bunt situation.
Tabor and Roach having a nice conversation at third base.
They'll be teammates in a week and a half.
Yeah.
On the post 312.
I want number 15.
Yeah.
No, I want number 15.
Who's been on the team longer? I guess.
Yep.
I guess
Ben Feely, senior second baseman, is up. You mentioned his base hit to center, right?
Yes, I did. But you can mention it.
So 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position, tie game, top of the 4th. Fastball, low part of the zone, called strike. And Jerry Como's been consistent with that call all game.
Yep, the low strike there.
Yep, which is fine with me.
All anyone ever asked for on the umpires is consistency. So actually, the middle infielders have backed up now for Attleboro. Block in on the corner.
Nice curveball, a swinging bunt in effect. Saltmarsh fields it, fires to block. And that worked out beautifully to the Bombardiers. Caught way off second base was Slack. Excuse me, the pinch courtesy runner.
Evans, yes.
Yeah.
But they weren't even worried about him.
Right.
They saw Roach and Billy, and as soon as Saltmarsh touched the ball, Roach beelined it right back to third. Billy looked him back just to make sure, and then got the out at first. So now there's 2 outs for the number 9 hitter, Linehan.
One of the captains, he had a sacrifice bunt. Looks at called strike 1. I was looking at my scorebook. I heard Como call that. Didn't see where it was.
Fastball on the outside corner. Linehan, one of the senior captains, will be going to Westfield State.
Home of the Owls. Big curveball, foul. I meant hit down the right side. Ended up foul.
That's one of those when you're playing first, you hope to try to keep it fair because the whole play is right in front of you, and it just went foul at the last second. And you hope it doesn't hit the base because you have no idea where it's going to go from there, and that could score too.
Might get a bad hop on a dirt field to have it go back fair, but
we'll see if we see that curveball on the Saltmarsh. So he retired the last out of the inning.
High fastball.
High heat for his 4th strikeout.
And Billy usually doesn't show much emotion on the mound, and after his last 2 strikeouts, Mr. Saltmarsh has been more than a little happy.
Yeah, he's been pitching well. What he's done very well is he's pitched out of jams.
Yes.
We've seen him get into trouble when he's put himself in jams, not be able to get out of it. He's pitched himself out of 2 jams. That was his biggest jam with the 1 run in and leaving runners on 2nd and 3rd.
For Bishop Feehan, 1 run on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1 on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. We head to the bottom of the fourth. You know, I'm glad for Billy that our cameras were here because that was a gut check pitching performance there in the top of the fourth.
And it's the type of pitch too that you want to play college baseball. That's you want to go into your college season with some confidence, knowing that you can get out of those jams.
Owen Tabor looks at ball one low. Owen walked in the first inning. He was at bat when Ben Hockwater was caught stealing to end the bottom of the third. The Bombardiers 1 run on no hits, just 1 runner left on base. Bishop Feehan 1 run on 4 hits, 5 runners left on base.
It could be gone.
Ball hit is deep to left field, foul territory. Barely stays in the park, a long strike, and
I think the wind's just pushing that way a bit, but he also hooked it as a right-handed hitter. It was foul, and the left fielder for Feehan, Shawn Stevenson, could not get over to it in time.
Boy, so both now Stevenson. The wind was blowing out when we started this game. Looking at the flag behind us, it's now blowing in, and that affected both Stevenson's shot for Bishop Feehan and Tabor's shot for Attleboro. Here comes the pitch by Cook. Slow breaking ball just outside, 2-1.
2-1. I was double checking to see if they thought he went. They did not check with the base umpire, and he did not go. I didn't think he went, but I thought they might have checked. So 2-1 to Tabor.
Andrew Cook. Nice pitch on the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just on the outside corner there.
I'm not sure if it's a slider or just a pitch with a late tail on it, but that's a late break.
You get your 2-seam, your 4-seam, your different grips that all have produce different movements on the ball.
Nice curveball that just misses 3-2.
That's a curve.
Yeah,
that I recognize.
I watched a thing on the interweb the other night, an 11-minute presentation on identifying pitches, and then when I got here, realized the camera was directly behind the catcher, and we're to the side. Fastball fouled back. Nice job to stay alive by Owen Tabor.
Should be noted that Cook has some good pop on his fastball today going too.
Where did we say he's going to school?
He is going to Assumption.
That's right, the Greyhounds.
Yes, Division II.
Beautiful campus on the west side of Worcester.
That's where I got my master's degree.
Yeah, really.
You didn't know I was smart.
Huh? And the pop up to the right side, right in front of us. Oh, nice job by the catcher, Moser.
In the on-deck circle of Attleboro.
The Little League team from Worcester that made the College World Series a while ago, might be 10, 15 years ago now, is from that section of Worcester, the west side.
That's over where Polo Park is now with Worcester Red Sox. They bring in a lot of different colleges, like interns there. A great partnership that they developed.
And there's a conference going on in the dugout.
I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, equipment failure, okay.
Oh,
that's
Jerry.
our umpire.
Oh, for Jerry. All right, Jerry's back. See, they all clap for him.
Yes.
They all love Jerry.
He's won the Mr. Congeniality Award 4 out of the last 5 seasons by the Massachusetts Umpires Association.
Now designated hitter Christian Dame came in 17th in the Hawk in batting this year.
383. Fastball foul tipped into the mid. He flew out to center field his first time up, 0-1.
He had 1 of the 6 hits yesterday. I think he had a double. Anyway, he had 1 of the 6 hits, and they 1-0 loss to Mansfield when Mansfield got 0 hits.
Yeah. Oh, nice curveball, or maybe the changeup took a lot off it. 0-2. Yeah, Junior Cooper Johnson had 2 hits yesterday for the Bombardiers, including a double, and he stole a base. But he's not a senior in his senior
It
day.
is senior day. Ooh, he
Foul tip for Christian as he check swings the high fastball
going
from
for the
Cook.
high heat.
Andrew Cook, great pitch selection there at 0-2.
Oh yeah, you climb the ladder. It's your pitch, and there's no worse feeling than being down 0-2 in the box. I mean, and statistically, it's a well under 200 batting average for the position, not for Christian per se.
Called strike 3 on the low outside corner, and that's been the call all day long. And that's the 4th strikeout of the game for Andrew. 2 outs, nobody on, tied at 1 in the bottom of the 4th.
And for Cook, just 1 walk, I believe, right?
Two
walks, yep.
Owen Tabor got through a walk, and so did Ben Hawkwater. This is Jamie Block, the senior first baseman. Ball 1 high. He ground out to shortstop his first time up, heading to UMaine Farmington to play baseball. And the kid, again, he doesn't have your classic Major League Baseball player build, but boy, does he play the game right.
And that one,
Outside 2-0. Go ahead.
jinx him. I believe, Attleboro used to give out a defensive player award, and not to take away from Owen Tabor and Nate George or anybody else, but Jamie's he's really solidified first base. Not that it was a bad position in the past, but he's played a very solid ball in first base. Nothing by him, block, and smart. Knows when to come off the base to block a bad throw. Knows where to go on his cuts.
Which is so underrated.
It really is, as a former first baseman.
Called strike on the outside edge, 3-1.
To Jamie, who grounded out to short in his first at bat, hit it decent.
Yeah. But, they always tell you, know what you're going to do with the ball before it's hit to you, and Block always, always is that guy. Fouls it back. Count is full now to Jamie.
Brother Sam just took an internship. He's going to Cornell. Just took an internship this summer with NBC Sports Boston.
Wow.
And I think he might be doing something with the Celtics. I'm not 100% sure on that, but definitely NBC Sports Boston starts next week, he said.
There's a shot to center field.
Right at
Coming in and making the catch is Finland, as Jamie Block completely screwed up. Kevin, he hit the ball too darn hard. What's the matter with the
other
kid?
than, for Attleboro, that might have been the hardest hit ball of the game for them. Stevenson has probably the hardest hit ball, or slack for Feehan, but for Attleboro, that was one of the hardest hit balls of the game.
1-2-3 inning for Andrew Cook. Bombardiers and Shamrocks tied at 1 as we head to the 5th inning on AACS 15 Sports.
Sweet strawberry icing. You were strolling along in goodwill when just past that mid-century side table and denim jacket you spotted them, nestled in their display case. Miniature donut earrings. Oh, yes! Yes! Your favorite half-breakfast pastry, half-all-day dessert food, made into your favorite form of ear candy. Oh, my. Those bejeweled sprinkles have satisfied some unknown hunger within you. Shh. Do you smell that? That's the sugary scent of shopping success. For this is Goodwill. And with every item you buy, you fund local job training and more. So go forth. Bring home those donut earrings. And bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. My apologies, the field mic picking up the mumble rap emanating from the dugout. Great spirit for the Bombardiers team today, and it's been a rough season for them, and they have kept their nose to the grindstone all year long, which is a credit to the coaching staff and a credit to the kids even more so.
I mean, we've seen some tough games. They've played some tough games. It's a tough age to play those tough games. And look, they're coming in at 5-13. Yes, there's a mathematical chance they can win, make a playoff. It's going to be tough. Obviously, they have one more game against North tomorrow, but they've kept their, like you said, their head up. It's 3 games in a row now. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in these last 3 innings, but we saw things fall apart in the 3rd inning against Franklin, and in the 2nd inning, I think it was against King Philip or something like that. So through 4. you got a 1-to-1 game. You got Saltmarsh at 70 pitches. You got Cook at 68 pitches. Both pitchers have 4 strikeouts. Billy does have 4 walks versus 2 walks. We got ourselves a real good game here.
Attleboro's given up 2 runs now in their last 18 innings of play. Head to the top of the 5th. Leadoff hitter J Carwash, the outstanding shortstop for Feehan, hitting .341 in the year. Looks at ball 1. He struck out swinging and popped up to second.
That one almost clipped his jersey there. I think if the wind had kicked up just a little bit more, it might have caught it. So 1-0 to Rosati.
11 RBIs.
That hit like everybody.
Yeah, that went off Hawkwater's helmet, off of
Jerry's helmet.
his mask.
It had a weird ping to it.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike, and I think we have a replay of the sound of the home plate umpire there. Hayden Hawkwater turning and looking at us. We used that line on Hayden earlier this year.
Like, you guys talking about me again?
Nice big curveball called strike 1 and 2.
He hasn't thrown it much, but it has been an extraordinarily effective pitch tonight when Billy has needed a strike. Twice he's gotten a strikeout. Now he's up 1-2 to the leadoff hitter.
When we have time, well, let's stick with the game here.
Okay.
High heat, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oodles of Hockomock League teams on their way to the playoffs this year.
Yes.
Kevin's got a list of that. We'll wait till after this at-bat with J Carwash to get to that. Curveball, ball, strike 3.
That's the 3rd time on that pitch.
Yes.
He has gotten a strikeout at all different times in the lineup. More importantly, up until that inning, 3 out of the 4 first innings, they put the leadoff runner on. It cost them a run last inning. Important to get that first out of that inning. And
not going to the well. Great job by Aiden Hawkwater calling the game. Not going to the well too often on that big curve.
No, you can't just keep calling. They're going to sit on it, and they're just going to punch it the other way.
As he calls it
2 times in a row.
Called strike to Colin Finland. We're good at what we do, aren't we, folks? Colin grounded out to 3rd and walked. Came in hitting .302 in the season with 12 runs batted in. Just missing high, 1-1.
I swear the catches here, it's like they don't those old guys, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to show them the exact opposite. I'm going to throw a knuckleball. He doesn't have one, but I'm going to call one.
Gloves didn't even have webbing when they played. 2-1. Actually, I played in the mid 70s. You played in the mid 80s. So when I was in high school, it was just the era of the giant gloves coming out.
Okay. Yep.
Called strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Nice pitch. And then
right at the knees.
Yeah, the outfielders kept using the huge gloves, but us infielders didn't take us long to realize there's such a thing as a too big a glove for an infielder. Slow curveball. Great job staying alive by Colin Finland, wearing number 19, the number that Fred Lynn wore in Boston.
That's right. And Finland showing why he's hitting .302, got 12 RBIs on the season, scored 9 runs, stays alive. Good 2-strike swinging there for Finland.
Missing inside, 3-2.
Saltmarsh has 80 pitches now, and we bring that up because of the 105 pitch count.
Yep.
Ball 4.
And the problem now is Billy's shirt is completely untucked. He does a much better job when just the right side of his shirt is untucked. That's now 5 strikeouts, 5 walks on the day for Billy. 1 out, 1 on. Ian Moser coming up to the plate, the junior catcher with a .548 on base percentage coming in, as I'm stealing Kevin's numbers again.
That's fine.
.391 batting average, 10 runs knocked in, 2 long balls, right?
Yeah, for Moser. Yeah, he's their home run. Oh, he's their 2nd home run leader.
While we have a minute, Hockomock teams heading to the playoffs.
Yeah, Division I the power rankings. Number 1 is Franklin. Number 2 is Taunton, the team playing here, Feehan. Number 14 was still mathematically alive. Number 33, Milford. Number 36, pickoff attempt, back safe.
So
36
14th in Division I?
Yep.
And I'm sorry, I just talked over you. Where's Attleboro?
Yeah, and Attleboro's 36, right behind Milford. They're 33. Yep. Milford's 33, Attleboro's 36. You need to get the top 32.
Finland with a good lead off first, block holding him.
All right, we'll give you some more of the Hawk.
Yep.
In Division II, King Philip is 2nd, Mansfield is 3rd, North Attleboro is 4th.
Wow.
Canton 22nd, OA, Oliver Ames is 28th. On the outside looking in is Stoughton at 44 and Sharon at 50.
Oh, gets by Hawkwater. Moving down to second base is Finland. I think we're going to call that a wild pitch, as that was in the dirt or brown plastic mixed with the rubber bits.
And then just really quick to round out the power rankings, one Division III team in the Hawk is Foxborough, and they're ranked 5th in the power rankings. So doing the math, 10 out of the 12 teams are still either in the playoffs or mathematically alive in the playoffs.
A little bit low.
Reason why I'm a Hockomock League snob.
Yeah.
It's such a good league. And you've got Division I, Franklin and Taunton ahead of Catholic Memorial, head of Xaverian, head of BC High, all of those schools.
Steve Dunley going out to talk to Billy Saltmarsh. What's the count?
I have 2-0.
Thank you. I'll trust you on that. And I was trying to see.
And Billy's at 84 pitches right now, so this is the first visit for Steve this inning.
Does Cooper Johnson pitch? I'm not sure if he's warming up or if he's catching.
I think he's catching. I think he's catching the warm-up as the pitcher throws this way. They always throw in the same direction that the mound goes to.
Thank you.
I can't see, so I'm going to guess, which means I'm guessing wrong. I'm going to go. I'm going to guess with Tyler Dunley.
Okay.
However, they have another game tomorrow against North Attleboro, so they need a pitcher to eat up the innings. So I think, and Dunley's got his ERA down to 3.00.
Wow.
After he saw his very first game against North Attleboro, where he struggled, I believe, giving up like 6 runs and an inning.
Yeah.
So him and Saltmarsh and Sack have been their most effective pitchers this year.
Fastball missing. 3-0 now to Ian Mosser, their number 3 hitter with a runner in scoring position. Ian looking to give the Shamrocks the lead with his 11th RBI of the season.
I think he's got an important hand not to give him the same pitch he gave Stevenson on 3-1.
Low, stopped by Hawkwater, ball 4. 1 out, 2 on, 1-1, top of the 5th. Shawn Stevenson coming up. He walked in the first inning, was erased in a rundown at home plate, and he had a ground rule double to lead off the 4th, and some Feehan fans thought that might have gone over the fence in the air, not in the hop.
Really quick, Matt Saunders, number 5, is in as a courtesy runner for Ian Moser. It was deep. The Attleboro players put their hands up right away.
Yeah.
It sounded like a home run. It was, then you just get that depth perception. For instance, where we're sitting, it looks like the soccer nets are on the side of the fence.
Yeah.
They're on the other side of the fence. So your depth perception can be off. First and second, nobody out. 1 out. Nice block.
1-0 to Shawn.
And now the pitch count for Saltmarsh has gone up as he has thrown 17 pitches this inning. So this will be pitch number 88.
Fastball line into right center field. Cannot hit the ball harder. Hitting third base and scoring.
Oh, it went under the fence.
And that's going to be a ground rule double.
And it is the ground rule is a double. We talked about this earlier in the year. There was a freshman game where freshman coach Matt Callahan wanted to, wherever the umpires could place them, it was the Mansfield freshman coach that said no, you only get 2 bases, and sure enough, it was a hit like that where it would have scored 2 runs and it would have been a triple. Instead, he only gets a double and 1 RBI, so it's second and third, 1 run in, 1 out, and Attleboro has their defense all the way in on what most likely would have been a triple had it not rolled under the fence.
Runners on second and third. Billy Roach is the batter. He's grounded out to short, walked, and been stranded at third base. Looks at called strike 1 from Saltmarsh.
By the same token, if there was no fence, that would have been a home run.
Yeah, would have been still be rolling.
It'd still be rolling. Infield in all around.
High, 1 ball, 1 strike to Billy Roach.
Tabor actually took a step back, so he's more even with the base, but Tabor might have the strongest arm in the infield, so he can do that at third base and still get the runner should he break for home. Outfield straightaway, not as deep as I thought they might be for Roach.
Low, ooh, Hawkwater with the stop. Nice stop by Aiden there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Put children on hold there for a couple weeks. 2-1-2. The number 5 hitter Roach came in hitting .308 with a .400 on base percentage.
Big curveball. Foul ball left, going back for Tabor with his back to the plate. Can't quite make the Willie Mays style catches. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
what I liked about that is courtesy runner Matt Saunders was tagging up, and that
Yes.
it would have been interesting had Tabor caught that ball with his back to home plate. Yes, he has a strong arm, but he would have had to have spun and thrown a strike, and there was no cutoff there in place. So I think Sanders would have had a real good chance to score on a sacrifice fly to third base, which you don't see too often.
Fastball low in the zone. I got full count.
I have full count as well. So I think this might be Billy's last batter. If he puts him on, I think it'll be his last batter. If he gets him out, I think Coach Dunley will leave him in for one more.
By the way, we want to mention the assistant coaches for both teams as well. They put in a lot of time and effort. Saltmarsh winds, just missing low. I'm not arguing the call. I'm saying just miss low. That's the 6th walk. And now the bases are stacked for Bishop Feehan. And Brett Jasami comes to the plate. He's got an infield hit and struck out looking on that great Saltmarsh curveball.
More importantly, they have Tyler Slack on deck, who's hitting the ball as hard as Stevenson is. Attleboro puts in middle infielder's back, hoping to turn a double play. If it goes back to Saltmarsh, he'll go home with it.
Wow, big curveball called strike.
And Saltmarsh has done a nice job of spotting that curveball. He's only missed a couple high with it. You know, we talked about not going to the well too often. He may have to.
Yeah. Swings and misses, so low with a curveball, high with a heater, 0-2.
I haven't called one pitch yet. I call for a curveball. He goes high heat. I'm going to call for high heat. Here comes one in the dirt. We're going to say nice block, 8 1/4.
And for our Feehan fans who don't broadcast Feehan as often, Kevin's usually pretty good at calling the next pitch. Not so much today. Oh, there's a changeup. Curveballs, swing and a miss. Saltmarsh's 6th strikeout of the day, and they've all meant something. Billy showed a little more emotion today.
Yeah, very emotional today.
Senior day.
Yep, senior day. Wants to get it done. This is now the biggest at bat. We thought Stevenson came in with the best arm. We didn't know much about Slack coming in 2 for 6 with a walk on the year.
Yeah. He's flown out to center, deep to center, and had a double to left center field, and which knocked in a run. 0-1 on the foul, yep.
And that was a shot, if you can pick it up, towards to the left of the soccer nets.
Yeah.
Where the permanent fence ends and the temporary fence begins.
Fastball called strike, 0-2, and there's not a cloud in the sky right now. Saltmarsh, boy, oh boy, in the 4th inning, he finished strong. A ground ball back to the pitcher and a strikeout, trying to do the same here in the 5th. Curveball, swing and a miss.
It steps on home plate. In case he didn't secure it with the bases loaded, that's as good as the tag out of the plate. And Saltmarsh, 2 huge strikeouts number 6 and 7 to get out of a bases loaded 2-out jam, though he did give up what probably would have been a triple if it didn't roll under the fence.
Well, if that's Billy's last inning of work here at Attleboro High School, hell of a way to end your last inning. Struck out the side with a little bit of damage in between, but 2 big strikeouts. For Bishop Feehan, 1 run scored on 1 hit, 3 runners left on base for a total of 8 in the game. After 4.5 innings, 2-1 Shamrocks.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass.
We'll get back to Bristol Glass later. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. For the Bishop Feehan Shamrocks, they have 2 runs on 5 hits. No Attleboro errors. Feehan has left 8 runners on base. 1 of the 2 runs is earned. For the Bombardiers, looking for their first hit, they have 1 run, 0 Bishop Feehan errors. I'm sorry, 1 Bishop Feehan error. And that's called strike to Kean Hamill-Kelleher, who, whoops, sorry.
We thought had the hit. I was being generous.
It was called
same thing.
Into the hole, long throw for Varsity.
Safe.
Infield hit, so this time it is an
That
infield
is a hit
for Kelleher. 4 innings of no-hit ball for Cook on the mound. Cook with a very disappointed look on his face, but Andrew, head up, kid. You're pitching a great game.
No, nothing. Rosati got to the wall backhand. It came up firing. Nothing the first baseman Linehan could do on that. He stretched out as far as he could. Kelleher hustling out of the box like he did his first time up. Infield single on pitch number 70.
So first hit of the game for the Bombardiers. This brings up Nate George, who ground back to the pitcher his first time up in the second inning. He looks at a strike on the outside edge. 0-1 to the speedy Nate George.
I look for a little bunt and run here from George and Kelleher on the coming up on the 0-1 pitch.
You also had a conversation with center fielder Nate George.
Well, what I like about the conversations after the fact is every kid is honest. So I asked him about Stevenson's ball. The first one, we thought it might have been a home run, and he said it was funny. He goes, it clearly bounced in front of the fence and went straight up and came down just on the other side of the fence. Wow. Well, it is a bunt.
There's a bunt fielded by Cook. Low throw, nice scoop there at first base. That's Linehan, right? That's why he's the co-captain. Get a little star there. That was a sneaky good defensive play by both Cook and Linehan.
Yeah, anytime you can scoop that. And I think we have right now, is this Saltmarsh?
Haggerty, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is Haggerty. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be Haggerty, but it's got the same build as Saltmarsh.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I didn't think it was. I'm like, oh, they're out of order.
Missing outside, and
big opportunity here for the senior Hayden Haggerty. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Attleboro trails 2-1, bottom of the 5th.
At second base is Nate George.
Nope, Kean Kelleher.
Okay, I'm sorry, thank you. George had the sacrifice bunt. Missing outside, 2-0 to Haggerty. I can't even tell you what position he played in football. He played so many.
He looks like that cornerback, safety position. I didn't see the game.
Played defensive end, played linebacker, played tight end, played split end.
I know he's fast.
Yep, and he likes contact. Outside, 3-0 to Hayden.
So fast. All right, we'll go linebacker then. I don't know.
Played it all.
You called the games.
I know, no.
I don't remember.
They used him in so many different positions.
And that's great. I mean, you need that versatility.
Oh,
high school sports.
Curveball, well.
You automatic strike on 3-0?
Yep, 3-1.
The lesser-known cousin of the automatic ball on 0-2. It's the automatic strike on 3-0. Not holding him a second.
Swing and a miss. Andrew Cook, nice pitch on the inside half of the plate. Again, that's that pitch with the late break. I don't know if it's a late break or just a natural tail.
Right, it could be, the 2-seam, the 4-seam, and they all have slightly different movements, and it's a late break.
Yeah. Stays up, ball 4.
Good at bat for Haggerty.
That's 3 walks now against 4 strikeouts for Andrew. And coming to the plate, Aiden Hawkwater, the only junior in the lineup on senior day. He struck out swinging in the 3rd.
And I don't know if we're going to have a courtesy runner or a pinch hitter, but we see Coach Dunley talking to home plate umpire Jerry Como.
You know, that's the first conversation I've seen someone have today with Jerry Como that didn't end in smiles.
Well, we're getting in the late stages of a 2-1 game.
Yeah.
And we may have a courtesy runner, is my guess.
And Haggerty doesn't want to give up the spot.
Of course not. And we got Ethan Lako, the speedy
who
junior.
can fly.
Yeah. Now you
Speaking of football, yes. He's going to be a co-captain or tri-captain next year.
Oh, great.
With Spencer Shirk and, what's Miranda's first name, the center?
Mister.
Yeah, but Ethan Lako, his big sister Jordan, I believe is going to be a senior at Bridgewater State, 4-year starter in basketball. And you want to talk about an aggressive, hustling defender.
She was working at Coelho Middle School the other day.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, my daughter Jenna saw her in the gym class. She was helping out with a 6th grade class. I don't know if it was part of student teaching.
Yeah.
So first and second.
That's popped up. Ethan would deny it, but Jordan says she can still beat her little brother Ethan in arm wrestling. Aiden
Bristol Giant Glass parking lot. The car just got hit.
Oh, really?
Well, I heard something. Sounded like a roof or a hood.
Tyler Dunley proving he's a freshman, even though he's the coach's kid. He's going after the foul ball. Nice stop by the catcher, Moser. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aiden.
Reset everything here. First and second, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Bishop Feehan. Bishop Feehan comes in 12-7, ranked 14th, and has qualified for the playoffs. Wow. Attleboro with a mathematical chance to make the playoffs.
Swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball from Andrew Cook.
The formula that they use is more difficult than to figure out a QB rating.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so I have no idea the formula. Just win and let them figure it out.
Do you need a slide rule to figure it out?
I think so, in your fingers and all of your toes.
Slide rule and an abacus.
Exactly.
And one of those, the Texas Instruments calculators that used to come in a holster you'd put on your belt.
We had a calculator that was plugged in to the wall.
Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aiden.
Good lead a second.
Breaking ball stays in.
Got away from Moser, but not far enough for Kelleher to advance.
2-2 to Aiden. Spock talking about versatile on the football team. He's a quarterback and a long snapper.
So he's a potential draft pick of the Patriots.
Yes. High outside. Full count to Aiden Hockwater.
This is interesting. Kelleher average to above average speed, 3-2, 1 out though. You don't want to run it, strike them out, throw them out, but you do want to put a little pressure on the Feehan defense. It'll be interesting to see what Attleboro does. 3-2, 1 out.
2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Not the biggest lead.
Sorry, Kevin.
No, I'm sorry.
No, my fault. Foul back. Count remains full.
Yep. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Boy, there's a lot of people here today. That's
in a 2-1 game, no one's left.
Yeah. And not one of them wearing a parka like they were a couple of weeks ago. Big pitch from Cook.
Ball 4.
That's been a strike all day. Wow. Break for the Bombardier. Ball 4. Bases loaded as moving to third base is Kelleher. Moving to second base is Ethan Lako. And at first base, the courtesy runner at first base, Aiden Hockwater.
And now the first base, number 3, Cooper Johnson, is going to run for Aiden Hockwater as a courtesy runner.
And Cooper's number 3.
Yep. So other than the inning where Attleboro scored, and it was Kelleher that scored on a pass ball, he stands on third right now. This is their best opportunity since the second inning, and we are in the 5th. Bases loaded, and we turn the order over, and Evan Hool is up, and it looks like Danny Johnson is on deck.
Nick Pantages is number 19.
Pantages.
Yep, Pantages, also a footballer. Attleboro just 1 hit on the day. That came to lead off this inning. An infield hit.
Oh, okay. Just trying to get our paperwork in order here. So we have Evan Hool up right now.
For Shamrock fans, if Attleboro comes back to win this game, they're going to remember that last pitch.
Well, that last pitch and just the ground rules with the temporary fence on the Stevenson double. That was not a triple.
From the full windup to Evan Hool.
Oh,
and that back to Cook to the plate, but not much on that ball. Makes the tag. And did Moser know it was a forced situation?
He went high, so I think he just went for the tag instead of looking for the base. I think he knew.
Yep.
It was almost a tailor-made 1-2-3 double play, so it's a fielder's choice.
1-2. Evan, so whoops.
Yeah,
so out 1-2 is Kelleher.
And advancing to third is Lako, and second is Cooper Johnson, and Nick Pantages is now up for Ben Hockwater.
And Evan swinging at the first pitch, which he likes to do. Evan has
Pantages is up.
No, I know that.
I'm sorry.
Evan struck out swinging. He grounded out to short, and again, we've seen him hit rockets swinging at that first pitch this year. That one went back to the pitcher. 0-1 to Nick Pantages. I think he wears number 32 in football. I could be wrong. Oh, there's a shot. Whoop, got under it a little bit to right field.
And third out.
Jasami makes the catch. That's one of those I thought he crushed that ball when he first hit it, but a fly ball to right field. Outstanding defense by Bishop Feehan for Attleboro. No runs, 1 hit, 3 runners left on base, Kevin.
No, and I thought that ball initially off the bat was going more towards right center, and
Yes.
it kind of hung up a bit. It was a line drive. I gave it the L9, not the pop the 9. I don't know how you scored it, but big opportunity. Attleboro still has 2 chances left. I'm sure we'll see a new pitcher when we return.
After 5 full innings, the Shamrocks 2, the Bombardiers 1 on AACS 15 Sports.
Not completing high school is more.
That's still Saltmarsh.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel, engineer on site. Jim Jones, engineer in charge. Back in the studio. Peter Bray running our graphics. And Kevin, we're wrong again. Back out on the mound to start the 9th inning is 6th inning is Billy Saltmarsh.
Yeah, important clarification. 1, Attleboro has him at 99 pitches. Now that was his 100th.
All right.
Just a bit up high.
Wow, 2-0.
And I thought the MIAA pitch count rule was 105. I was told it's 115.
Okay.
So that's a whole inning.
Yeah.
right there. So.
And we got a conversation here now between Eric Everton, the Feehan head coach, and the home umpire Como.
Ben Feely 2-0. I don't know if it's about
I gotta flip my
tucked in shirt again, or if there's any sort of warning to the bench. I see Everton now talking to the bench after talking to the ump.
Yep.
We mentioned something briefly earlier, where they yelled, rattle it was the only thing.
Yep.
It's been a clean game the whole way. 2-1 here, top of the 6th. So I'm going to say he was at 99 coming into Sydney because that's what Attleboro had him at. I had him at 100. I mean,
what do you have for a count on Ben Feely?
3-0.
Thank you.
Feely 1 for 2, right?
Yep, base hit to center, grounded back to the pitcher. High ball 4. 7 walks and 7 strikeouts for Saltmarsh, and I think that'll do it. And that's going to do it. Assistant coaches for Feehan, again, the head coach, Eric Everton, his 8th year as the head coach. Kevin Richmond, the assistant coach. JV coach is Armand Brunel. Kevin Winter, the freshman coach. And there's a great hand on senior day for Billy Saltmarsh. Well deserved.
Five innings for Billy, like you said, seven strikeouts, 7 walks. The walks just drive up the pitch count a little bit. I'm sure Billy would have liked to take a few of the walks away just to get to the 7th inning, but he pitched a great game. He's pitched better as the year has gone on, and we knew that Attleboro would be counting on him. Going in with a lefty now.
Number 1.
Ben Hawkwater, who got, so we got some changes. So Ben Hawkwater, who was pinched hit for by Nick Pantages, probably took that time to warm up, is reinserted in the game back in right field, now comes in to pitch. So what we have to find out is who the right fielder is.
We'll be right back.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. We are in the top of the 6th inning, and we have some pitching and position changes. 2-1 Bishop Feehan lead over crosstown rival Attleboro in the top of the 6th.
There's some funky high school rules. So we know Ben Hockworth has actually been out of the game for a bit, and then his turn came up in the order. Nick Pantagius hit for him. He's reinserted back in the game, I'm assuming back into his own spot.
Okay.
But that's my assumption, but he's a pitcher. We'll deal with that later.
All right, so ball one to co-captain Matt Linehan, who was sacrifice bunted to first base and struck out swinging. Looks at ball one high. Hagen Hegarty has moved from left field to right field. Rumley comes off the bench and moves into left field. And again, Ben Hockwater on the mound. Bunt foul to the right side. It is 1 ball, 1 strike.
And they were holding first base block on the bunt.
Yeah.
So he was way back. If he was in and they were cycling that way, Block may have had a chance on that foul ball. Still kind of far away, but he had no chance holding the runner on as they were charging Tabor. I'll try and get some stats for you for Ben Hockwater when we have a moment.
Runner is going. Ball is hit to right field.
They got a
Back
chance at
is
2.
Hegarty. Hegarty makes the catch. Fires a strike to Jamie Block. A double play. And the bases are clear. Wow.
We have seen Attleboro do some unconventional double plays this year, starting with the outfield.
And they've been the victim of a number of unconventional double plays. So that's the L9 to get Linehan out, and then the old-fashioned 9-3 to erase Ben Feely from the base paths. Top of the order, Jake Rosati, the outstanding shortstop, has struck out swinging, popped out, and struck out looking on one of Saltmarsh's best pitches of the day, that curveball, low ball 1.
Ben Hockworth's 5th appearance on the year. He's working quick, so we'll see if we can get some numbers for you.
The lefty fires. Oh, nice heat on that one. That's fouled back towards the Bristol Glass parking lot. Through the trees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Rosati. Came into this game, the leadoff hitter, hitting .341, 1 home run, 11 runs knocked in. And he's played very well at shortstop today defensively. Big curveball strike.
1-2. Ben does have 7 strikeouts on the year. I'm trying to see, I think it's in about 5 innings pitched. Like most of the Attleboro pitchers have struggled with some walks at time, but his ERA is 2.8.
And that's lofted off towards right field. Bounces under the Bishop Feehan bus. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes remaining to Jake Rosati.
And I thought of this a few innings ago. The last game we did, we're outside, and I never felt the air get sucked out of an outdoor venue like last game. That has not been the case today.
Today the fans are into it. Curveball misses outside, 2-2.
They're into it. Both teams are into it. It's a fun game to do.
Yeah.
But that last game, you could hear a pin drop in an outdoor field.
Oh, there's a shot, a 2-hopper to the third baseman, Tabor, across the diamond in time. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base after 5.5 innings. Bishop Feehan 2, Attleboro 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Peter Bray running our graphics, just adjusted the backstop camera. Oh, look how graceful he was, hopping over the fence there, Kevin, to get back to the van. Not.
Okay, so, I'm sorry. Just trying to figure out the Attleboro lineup and where we're at and see if there are any crazy changes. But
Owen Tabor steps to the plate, the number 3 batter in the lineup here on senior day. Walked in the first inning and fouled out to the catcher in the 4th. What a breaking ball by Andrew Cook, still in the game, 0-1.
Unofficially, I have that as pitch number 89. Peter might have something different. The whole book might be, we shouldn't be off by too much.
Yep.
But I have that, so pitch number 90 coming up for Cook.
Missing high, 1 ball, 1 strike to Owen Tabor. Where'd we say Owen's heading to school?
Owen is heading to UMass Dartmouth to play some baseball.
Yep. Breaking ball low, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And I can't see, there is a lefty warming up for Bishop Feehan down the left field line.
I got binoculars in my bag here, if I can reach them. Which are actually Peter Bray's binoculars.
Oh, nice.
Ball 3, 3-1.
The main pitchers for Bishop Feehan this year, they've used 6 mainly: Sucato, Slack, Derry, Feely, Rosati, and Cook.
Called strike.
Gisana, Conforta, and Hartley have each pitched an inning for Bishop Feehan.
I think that's number 8 warming up for Feehan.
So that would be Sucatos, who has 25 innings pitched with a 0.56 ERA.
Wow.
Think Feehan's taking this game seriously?
Ball 4 high. So that's the 4th walk against 4 strikeouts issued by Andrew Cook. Bombardiers down 2-1 with a leadoff runner on in the bottom of the 6th. And pitch hitting for Christian Dane.
It's an interesting move with Danny Johnson.
Yep. And again, Danny, okay, that's Cooper.
I think it's
Danny's a left-handed hitter, right?
Could be that. Could be the lefty situation. It, you know, maybe something happened to Christian. Christian's been the leading hitter.
Yep.
It could be a lefty-righty matchup thing.
Wow. That, yeah. Again, Christian Dane, leading hitter on the team, and Danny Johnson coming in to pinch hit. Who's
Danny,
no slouch himself.
Just going to say that exact line. Danny Johnson has 3 doubles, 7 RBIs on the year. He's walked 3 times. He's got 8 hits in kind of a platoon situation. Expect Danny to be a starter next year.
Ball high from Cook to Danny Johnson.
Great fake by Tabor, stopped, and I don't know, and the catcher Moser came up looking to throw, but Tabor had stopped.
Yep.
And Johnson took ball high, 1-0. Try and keep an eye on Tabor for you.
Back, slides in.
He had a little kind of happy feet, but I couldn't get a read if he was going or just looking to get a real good secondary to try to stay out of a double play situation. Wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt from Danny, which could be the situation as well.
Yeah.
He might be a better bunter than Christian.
Runner is going.
Straight steal.
Sliding in head first ahead of the tag. Stolen base for Owen Tabor.
And for Tabor, that's his 11th stolen base on the year in 12 attempts.
Wow. And it's 2-0 to Danny Johnson.
I did not get what that call was.
1-1.
No, 1-1, okay. Again, I would not be surprised to see a bunting situation. Third baseman is in for Feehan. First baseman back. Everybody else is back as well.
Now Linehan comes in at first.
Yep.
Stepping off. That was a lead and a half for Owen Tabor at second base.
I think shortstop Rosati was trying to lure him in and then do the daylight play and get him at second. Tabor not falling for it. The game is grinded to a halt.
Yeah. Scheduled to start at 3:45. It started at 3:50. And it's 5:47 right now. Wow.
Bunt.
Squares to bunt. Fielded
no one
by
covering.
Cook. No one at first base. Now that's a mental error that goes as a base hit, right?
Bunt single.
Wow.
Advancing to third is Owen Tabor and Attleboro with their best chance on the day. other than the inning that they scored with one out. First and third, nobody out. Feehan cycled away from first base. Nobody covered. It was a great bunt to begin with. If anybody was covering, it was going to be close. It was going to be a successful bunt as he pulled it down the third base line, and I think that's why Danny Johnson pinched hit for Christian Dane.
Wow. And again with re-entry, Dane can come back. Now Jamie Block comes up. Bombardier's runners at the corners.
You got to do the steal on the first pitch, and Jamie has to take the. You have to take the double play off.
And there he goes. Pitches high and outside. Feehan goes back to the mound. 1-0 to Jamie Block, who's ground out to short and lined out to center field. 2 runners now in scoring position.
And you have a pinch hitter on deck. Looks like Parker Sackett might be on deck.
Parker, who pitched the no-hitter against Mansfield yesterday and took the loss.
Infield in all around for Feehan.
Breaking ball outside from the gutsy Andrew Cook, 2-0. Boy, this is one of those games. I mean, they're both Attleboro-based teams. Whoever loses this one is crushing. Yep.
Wind up, look for a bunt. Nailed down in this series between Jamie and the pinch hitter.
Called strike on a breaking ball low in the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I think I personally might call for a squeeze and see if we can get this thing tied up. He's going from the windup. You have Owen Tabor, one of the fastest runners on third. You can get a great break. He can start going now. He's not.
Swings and misses at a ball out of the zone. 2-2. Jamie Block's up. This kid hits rockets all over the field. I think you'd go with a bunt. That's the old school play. I want to see Jamie try to hit a gapper and get both runs in.
I want to see world
Attleboro.
peace. Attleboro is very much alive in this game. Get a huge lead at second, a good lead at third. Deep enough.
Ball is deep to left center field. Going back is Finland. Makes the catch. Tagging up is Tabor. He will score as the throw wisely goes to third base. We're tied at 2. A sacrifice fly, RBI for Jamie Block.
For Jamie, that is RBI number 2 on the season, and none bigger than that one for Jamie Block. And scoring on the play is Owen Tabor, as Andrew Cook is done for the day. For Owen Tabor, that is his 9th run scored. And Andrew Cook, phenomenal game.
Nice play by the center fielder Finland to quickly get that ball directly to third base and keep Danny Johnson at second.
Yeah, he came up throwing right to third. He knew he wasn't going to get Tabor, so he prevented any sort of thing. Danny Johnson went back to tag up. If that ball come home, Johnson would be standing on third right now.
Right. All right, so it's tied at 2. A pitching change for King Philip. They both wear green and gold.
They do.
For Bishop Feehan, we'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy, Kevin Callahan with you.
I just commented how it's been over an hour since your last mistake. And
there's 2 in a row. All right, what do we know about George Sakatos, the left-handed reliever for the Shamrocks?
In 25 innings pitched, he comes in with a 2-1 record with 2 saves. Listen to this now. A 0.56 ERA and a 0.68 whip. In the 25 innings, pitches to contact, only 19 strikeouts, so he's not a fireball.
Yeah.
So let's just call him what they call every left-handed pitcher that doesn't strike out at least 1 per inning. He's a crafty lefty. There's yet to be a crafty right-handed pitcher ever invented. All crafty pitchers are left-handed. He does have 7 walks and has hit a batter on the year.
Yeah.
Both teams playing this game to win.
Yes.
No one's resting anybody at the end of the year. Feehan pulling out all the stops, 2-2.
Yep. Feehan defensively, Roach at third, Rosati at short, Feely at second, Linehan at first, Moser is the catcher. The outfield, left to right, Stevenson, Finland, Jasami in right. Here
Parker
comes.
Sackett pinch hitting.
And Parker Sackett swings at a ball high in the zone, called swing and a miss, strike one.
I think Parker was looking into the trees, looking to take a little lead. He's pinch hitting for Kean Kelleher, who was 1 for 2. He started an error and scored, and got an infield single and was out at the plate.
Curveball last, fouled on the left field line, got all of that.
0-2 to Parker Sackett. Can't say enough about him. He emerged as one of the pitchers that they counted on this year.
Yep.
He threw a no-hitter against Mansfield and lost
Yesterday,
1-0.
yep.
An unearned run, 3 walks. I think he had 3 or 4 strikeouts. And
Swing and a miss, and that's a 3-pitch strikeout for the reliever, Sacados. That was big.
That was a huge strikeout.
Tied at 1, runner at second base, bottom of the 6th. Here comes Nate George. Nope.
Yep,
Yeah, Nate George.
number 5. The only thing that does now with 2 outs, it allows Danny Johnson, who's on second, to get a running start on any contact, and Coach Pagano will take that opportunity to possibly wave him in.
Yep. Sacados steps off to get, Parker,
We keeping you up.
yeah, really. To get Parker closer. Ooh, swing and a miss at a breaking ball low. 0-1 to Nate George.
Nate George kind of snake pitting this year, as Coach Donnelly tells us, some of the hardest hit balls here, right at people. If anybody deserves to get a break this year,
Really?
it's Nate George.
Big breaking ball, 1 strike. Leading off second base, Danny Johnson.
I want to say hi to my favorite first base coach of all time, Tim Callahan. Coaching first.
Your middle child.
My favorite freshman coach of all time just walked by, Matt Callahan. Wonder how they did today.
Your eldest child. Fouled off, back to stay alive is Parker.
And my favorite daughter was here, so I can safely say that. I only have one. And my favorite wife is home enjoying the quiet house.
Safely, I'm not sure. We haven't done any official DNA testing. She does have that Callahan look, though. Same eyes, same face, same stupid look. Sacato with the pitch. Fastball fouled off behind us towards the Bristol Glass parking lot. Ooh, gets a pickup truck underneath on 1 hop.
We don't have a bumper sponsor, do we?
No.
Okay.
So
that did not hit the bumper. 1-2 to Nate George. Big lead at second.
Yep. George Sacatos, just a junior. Low in the zone. That's fouled back by Nate. Count remains 1-2.
Really quick, I think we should go through this. Ben Hawkwater going to CCRI, John Rumley, CCRI, Owen Tabor, UMass Dartmouth, Saltmarsh, UMass Dartmouth, Jamie Block, UMaine Farmington, Kean Keller, Stonehill, Nate George, UMass, Evan Houle, URI, Parker Sackett, URI. Thank you. Yep. Hayden Hegarty, Western New England, Christian Dane going to URI, Nick Pantasia, Springfield College, and the manager, Grant Bonifant, going to Roger Williams. So we wanted to get that in as we get in the late stages, so we had plenty of time.
That curveball is fouled back. Coming towards us is Mosser. Foul. That's right behind us.
It's right there.
You know, if I knew it was going to be that close, Kevin, I might have flinched. 1-2 is the count. In our last softball game, Hayden Hegarty pulls the ball out of his back pocket, hands it to the umpire, Jerry Como.
And Nate George putting a battle on the righty versus lefty. This will be his 7th pitch that he sees. Still down in the count 1-2, so he's fouling a bunch off. Danny Johnson stands on second with 2 outs. Big lead.
Took a little off that. Deep to left field. Back of Stevenson. Makes the catch. So for the Bombardiers, nice play by Stevenson. For the Bombardiers, 1 run on 1 hit, and that was a bunt single. It was a mental error, not a physical error. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We are tied at 2 after 6 innings of play on AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family?
I'm looking for a clue.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. If they're listening back in the Bristol Glass Shop thinking, what the... Yeah, that was supposed to be a Bristol Glass spot, that last one. Sorry. Kevin, we're heading to the top of the 7th inning in an outstanding high school baseball game.
I would, best game we've called all year. We've called a couple of Attleboro wins. We've called a couple of losses. And the losses haven't been great games, to put it mildly. This has been...
Well, we only needed an abacus to keep score, but...
This has been everything I hoped it would be. I saw that Feehan had lost yesterday 2-1 in a tough game.
Loss to Archbishop Williams.
Attleboro's played 2 1-0 games. What have you done for me lately? I hoped coming into this that meant it was going to be another close game.
Yep.
And we are 2-2 in the top of the 7th. It's been by far the most fun baseball game I've called this year.
And, they had a tough run. The Bombardiers giving up a bunch of runs. They did not pack it in. Kept working hard in 3 great games in a row. And here comes Ben Hawkwater pitching to, don't tell me I got it, Colin Finland, the senior center fielder, came in hitting .302. He's ground out to third, walked. And how did he get on base in the 5th? Walked.
He reached on a walk and went on a wild pitch.
Scored a run, scored their second run, advanced to second on a wild pitch. Yes, fouls that back.
Who's score? Freshman or JV? JV won. Perfect. Who did?
Oh boy, Aiden Hawkwater hit with a low pitch on the right hand. Braxton Levin threw a perfect game for Attleboro's JV team, but we hope Aiden Hawkwater's all right.
He'll be fine. He's a catcher. That's like a hockey player.
That's true. And the umpire, Jerry Como, following baseball culture, goes out and has a conversation with the pitcher, Ben Hawkwater, to give Aiden some time. Lorenzo Wilson, a great basketball player
Gives us the peace sign.
Baseball player out there with some foul balls.
Helping out with the varsity team as he comes back, as he finishes his semester over at Colby Sawyer, I believe.
What in God's name is the count to Colin Finland? 2-1.
2-1 for those of us paying attention.
All right, Weisenheimer. Missing inside. That was called a ball because it was inside. 3-1. I'm deep. I'm perceptive. I see things.
Feehan sending out their 2, 3, 4 hitters this inning. Anybody gets on base.
Top of the Sorry, Kevin, my fault. Yep. Pops up to center field. Nate George is under it. Has to come in. Plays the win. Makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down in the top of the 7th. This will bring up Ian Mosser, the junior catcher. He is ground out to third, struck out looking on a brilliant curveball, walked, and was stranded at third base in the 5th.
0 for 2, and from an Attleboro point of view and from a Feehan point of view, he's due.
Yeah.
Comes into the game, does Mosser at .391 with a .548 on base percentage, 2 home runs.
Taking something off that, catching the outside edge. Nice pitch by Hawkwater.
Bit of a curve.
Yep.
Hawkwater will be playing at post 312 this summer. Senior Legion.
Nice stop by Hawkwater. 1 ball, 1 strike. How many teams are in that zone now?
It's zone 9, and I want to say 9 or 10. So I do have to double check.
Yep.
Real good baseball. You still got some college freshmen that return to play.
Yep.
The college coaches still like it.
Fouled back. That one skimmed off Hawkwater's padding, I think. 1 and 2.
And the crafty lefty. Another crafty lefty.
That's right. And then you had Bill Lee, of course, the wonderfully insane lefty.
Insane lefty. Crafty in his own right.
Yeah. And there it is. And I just cursed Aiden, as I mentioned, the last pitch hit his equipment. That one got his arm. Aiden does not want to hold things up, but Jerry Como does the right thing, walks the ball out to the pitcher, his cousin Ben Hawkwater.
Coach Dunley put the ball into his hurt hand, so
Yes.
that's good.
Kicks him on the shin, heads
Yes.
back to the dugout. Kidding.
So 2-2 to Ian Moser.
By the parents, the coaches for Attleboro have to be pleased, because it really, the season could have gone off the rails, and the kids didn't let that happen. Big curveball just misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Might get away with that one too, because he kind of left it up high, kind of a hanging curve right into the righty sweet spot. Just a bit high. That's low.
Low and inside, ball 4. 1 out, 1 on for the Shamrocks. We're tied at 2 in the top of the 7th.
It'd be interesting to see how they pitch. Stevenson, who's now up, 2 for 2. Walked and then hit a double that we did get confirmation from the center fielder that it bounced in front of the fence.
Yep.
It bounced straight up and came down just on the exact opposite side of the fence, 6 inches either way. And he put his arms up for the double. And then Stevenson shot one into right center field
For another double.
that went under the fence.
Yep.
That if there was no fence, would have been a home run.
And a functioning fence would have been a triple.
Would have been a triple because of the ground rules with the fence. It was a ground rule double and only 1 RBI.
So again, so he's 2 for 2 with
Yes.
that earlier walk. Ball 1 high from Ben Hawkwater to Shawn Stevenson. Nice breaking ball, fouled back, 1-1 against Stevenson. He's going to have a post-grad year, which
At Cardinal, I believe is what I was told, and he planned on going to
UConn, home of the Huskies, Stores, Connecticut.
His 404 average went up today with his 2 for 2 day.
Oh, beautiful curveball from Hawkwater, 1 and 2.
And this is the one thing we haven't seen too many lefties. You got to figure that they haven't seen too many lefties. So the left-handed batter actually has the curveball instead of breaking into their sweet spot.
Yeah, away.
Breaking away from them. You may want to start middle and go out on a curveball here.
Runner is going, pitch is low, Hawkwater cannot throw, stolen base. And I think we got a courtesy runner, number 5.
Was that number 5? That's Matt Sanders again.
Yes.
For Feehan and Sunders. Matt Sunders, what I have. And I have that as the 2nd stolen base of the year for Matt Sunders.
So it's 2 and 2 now to Shawn.
1 out.
Little low in the zone, Ben Hawkwater to Aiden, full count. I would venture to say there's a big pitch coming up. I'm deep, I'm perceptive, I see things.
Not too cliche. There's also a huge hole between 3rd and short as they hold him tight on 2nd.
Low in the zone, fouled up towards the left.
over there.
Called by the 3rd baseman. Tabor makes the catch. The foul out.
In a good rotation by Attleboro, you had Hull and Hawkwater covering 3rd
Yep.
on there. In the left field, it looks to be Danny Johnson in left.
Or was that Rumley?
Or was that Rumley? That's, yep, we were told it's John Rumley.
Yep.
We don't know if we were told correctly.
Yeah.
But that's what we were told. But that's a huge out. 2 outs now and a runner on 2nd for Billy Roach.
Billy came in hitting .381 with 12 runs scored, 6 knocked in, and a home run. He's ground out to short and walked twice. And what was that first pitch? Ball 1?
Ball low. And Billy's 0 for 1, 2 walks. A hush falls over the crowd.
Yeah, really. 2-0. Ben Hawkwater, the lefty.
Billy Roach worked his 9th and 10th walks on the year. He had a 400 on base percentage coming in. That has gone up.
So you're saying he knows the strike zone.
That's what I'm saying. I just use more words.
Breaking ball catches the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Nice pitch by Ben, and I love that there's some crowd reaction today.
Every pitch.
Every pitch means something. We're in the top of the 7th. It's 2-2.
Yeah. Ben takes a little bit off that. That's hit to deep center field. Turning his back to the plate and sprinting straight back is Nate George.
Another double.
Another ground rule double. But that's an RBI for Bishop Feehan and a 3-2 lead in the top of the 7th. That was one hell of a piece of hitting by Billy Roach.
Yeah, he took the fastball and he shot it straight to center field, picking up RBI number 7 in the process. And Matt Sunders, number 5, scores his 8th run of the season. So 2 outs remain with a runner on second, but Bishop Feehan takes a 3-2 lead. And now you have Brett Jusami up, who is 1 for 3.
So Bishop Feehan now with 3 runs on 6 hits on the day.
Curveball, strike 1 to the right fielder.
Thank you, Kevin. As you noticed, I had my head down again. Continue.
I was just going to say he's 1 for 3. He has struck out twice, but he has an infield single and advanced to second on a rundown at the plate. As Hawkwater goes up.
Look out! Whoa!
My water!
And Aiden Hawkwater pointing at us, commenting on me getting hit all year long. You almost got one. That one.
I looked right up. All I saw was the sun.
Yeah.
And I said, look out, and bang, right on the table. My water went down.
Breaking
Strike
ball,
3.
swing and a miss in the dirt,
And they got him on the
Hawkwater
tag.
with the tag. So the Bombardiers, after the clutch ground rule double to deep center field by Billy Roach, gave the Shamrocks a 3-2 lead. Bombardiers down 1. After Callahan almost hit by a foul ball. We head to the bottom of the 7th of what's been a great day here at the ballpark. Bombardiers need 1 to tie, 2 to win in the bottom of the 7th.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel set up the equipment on site today. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Bottom of the 7th. Gosh darn, I've had fun calling this game
Great
today.
game. Peter Del Pozo pinch hitting.
Ooh, thank you. Breaking ball catches the outside edge from the relief pitcher, George Sacados. Strike 1 to
number 11.
Del Pozo. What do you have for him this year?
333 and a 448 on base. Quickly down 0-2 on a curveball there.
Hell of a pitch.
Del Pozo is an RBI, 4 runs scored and has walked 5 times. Get him on base. He's 3 for 4 on the base pass.
Fouling it off to the right to stay alive, and George Sacados, a unique motion.
Yes.
And works quickly.
Yeah, it's tough to get the stats in.
Well, he knows the slower he works, the more you get to talk, Kevin, and who wants that?
Well, talking about the kid, the parents and the grandparents want to hear all about him.
That's true. Breaking ball, hit
Right.
towards the shortstop. Rosati throws across the diamond.
Gets
and
away.
Then the throw gets away, but the runner does not advance. That's the second Bishop Feehan error of the day, and Attleboro with the lead runner on, down 1 in the bottom of the 7th.
And a good piece of hitting by Del Pozo with 2 strikes to get the bat on the ball.
Yes.
Coaches always say that at all levels, put the ball in play. You never know what's going to happen. He shortened his swing, put the bat on the ball. Yes, yes, especially.
Sorry, interrupted. Go ahead. Put the ball in play,
Put
get
the
the
ball
bat
in play,
on the ball.
good things happen. I'm in the middle of a cliche run here. Come on.
Number 13 steps to the plate.
And that's Matt Harvey.
Matt Harvey, also a quarterback on the football team, just a sophomore, and he's pinch hitting for Aiden Hawkwater. And he's not superstitious as he wears 13.
see if we see some small ball as Attleboro is about to turn the order over to the top of the order, Evan Hool, who waits on deck. Lefty, so there probably won't be a steal. He's going back to first.
Not a great, safe. Not a great lead there, but.
No, I think it'll be a short lead. I think they'll be very conservative. That's why I look to see the short lead, a good secondary, and a potential bunt here from Matt Harvey.
As Del Pozo, a junior. Breaking ball, swing and a miss by Matt Harvey.
That was half right.
Yeah.
He wasn't stealing, but he wasn't bunting either.
Evan Hool on deck. One of the co-captains sitting leadoff today. 0-1 to Matt.
Matt Harvey has a double on the season.
And looked like Matt, I think, might have squared to bunt on that one.
I was looking over. I didn't see. So sometimes coaches will say, hey, we'll give you a strike to see what you can do with it, if anything. And if not, after that, you are bunting. So we'll see if that's on.
Matt squares. Ball is up high in the zone. Bunts it down the first baseline. Fielded. Low slide. Safe at first. Moving over to third base is Lapazzo. Bombardiers have 2 on, nobody out, bottom of the 7th. How we scoring that?
I'm going bunt single. He came out throwing, I think. What do you think, error on the pitcher?
Well, the throw kind of hit the runner.
As he went into a slide.
Yeah.
I figure senior day, give him the hit.
Yeah, well.
I don't know.
If the throw's up high, I think Linehan handles it for the out.
Or does he beat it out?
I don't think that
on
was
a high
happening.
throw. Okay, we can go error 1. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love the conversation. Either way, it's first and third, nobody out. As Del Pozo, who reached on an error, advances to third. So 2 Bishop Feehan errors here in the bottom of the 7. And Attleboro has things brewing here as Bishop Feehan's playing the middle infielder's back for double play. Content with the tie.
Yep. Breaking ball. Evan Hool fouls it back again, swinging at the first pitch, which again Ted Williams told you never to do, but. Like Evan, I used to swing at the first pitch all the time. If you really want to start with a strike, he fouls it back. Evan is struck out, grounded out to shortstop, and then hit the ball back to the pitcher.
Yeah. The only thing I'm disappointed that he swung there is I think he was stealing. And I think Feehan would be giving them second base on the steal. So now he's down 0-1. He's probably not going to take now.
Sacato's pickoff throw. Ooh, getting back just in time was Matt Harvey.
It's a conservative lead over there. Coach Callahan better get him back without getting picked off. There'll be some splaining to do, as Ricky Ricardo used to say. First and third, nobody out.
And he's going, pitches high. They fake the throw down, go back to the pitcher. Stolen base, 2 runners in scoring position with a 1-1 count on Evan Hool. And in a season where the Bombardiers have gotten very few breaks, they have an opportunity to.
Evan does have a walk-off RBI to his credit this year. It was a walk-off walk.
Oh, that's right.
He does have that to his credit.
Was that a block?
It's a block.
Not a block. I guess he wasn't originally on the rubber.
And I only reacted more to the Attleboro bench and the fans.
And the base umpire is explaining, Brian Barry, his foot was behind the rubber, so he hadn't taken his spot on the rubber yet.
And to be fair, I was marking my book anyway, and I was reacting to the Attleboro players and fans, for that matter.
Yep.
The only thing that leads me to believe that maybe it is the way everyone reacted at once. Well, you can't orchestrate that.
No, I know, but right off the bat, George Sakatos also put his hands at his side.
Yeah. And you can't see the pitching mount, the rubber.
From here, but according to the base umpire, he was not on the rubber.
Feehan has now moved the middle infielders back again.
Yep. High in the zone, inside corner. Evan fouls it off. I have 1 and 2 on the count for Evan.
1-2, yep.
3-2, Bishop Feehan, bottom of the 7th, 2 on, nobody out for the Bombardiers.
Corners are in. They will look back the runner at third, Del Pozo. Middle infielders are back. They will allow Del Pozo to score. Second and third, no force.
Breaking ball to third base. Ball is bobbled and caught in a rundown is Lapazzo, and he's out.
He hasn't made a call.
He's called him out.
Called him out.
It looked like Del Pozo was sliding right at me as I am perpendicular to home plate. Wow. I just made the comment about how few breaks Attleboro has gotten, and I'm not sure the tag was applied there.
I'm not sure the tag was.
So that's a 5-2 put out at home plate.
Yeah, everybody advances, though, on the fielder's choice. Evan Hull goes down to second. You have Harvey at third. 1 out, second and third for Ben Hockwater, the pitcher of record right now.
Yeah. Ben fouls that back. So Ben, 0-1 to Ben, who was grounded back to the pitcher, walked and was caught stealing and lined out to the right fielder in the 5th.
Again, the middle infielders for Feehan are giving up the tying run, so get some contact up the middle past the pitcher, and you got yourself a tie ball game.
Breaking ball, 0-2, and it's interesting. The ball was hit to third. Lopazzo started to take off and stopped himself.
Well, he
then
stopped.
The ball was bobbled.
That was the key.
And
so then he started again, and then he got himself into the rundown, and then there was some confusion.
Yep.
Lopazzo went in, and I'll be curious on the replay to see what I see.
But
our camera should have picked that up pretty good, too,
Yeah.
I think, at home plate.
And if Lopazzo just continued charging, he might have beat that throw. But again, he can't anticipate the fielder bobbling the ball.
Exactly.
Sacados just misses on the inside corner. I got 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I think that might have been a little high, too.
Okay.
So 1 and 2, but that's... No one's asking me my opinion.
They don't have to, Kevin.
No. If only they listened.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. So I told my wife, I mean, come on, would you just listen? Boy, these games are much more fun to call when it's close, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. The left-handed hitting Ben Hockwater. 1 ball, 2 strike count. George Sacados, the junior, up in the zone, fouled back. Count remains 1 and 2.
Good piece of hitting in there. We talk about it a lot, the 2-strike hitting to stay alive. What that can do as well is it frustrates the pitcher, and then he makes a mistake pitch, and the batter takes advantage of it and finds a hole. You got some speed on second with Evan Hull.
Sacados shaking it off, and again, I love that both coaches allow the catchers to call their own game. Breaking ball. Look at that miss. Allegedly outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ben.
I'd like to see Evan get a bigger lead at second base. They're not paying him any attention. I'd like to see him get out maybe a couple steps past the umpire, and then shadow the second baseman.
Breaking ball on the top of the zone, swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. Bishop Feehan now 1 out away from a 3-2 victory in this crosstown rivalry game. Coming up is Owen Tabor, who walked in the first inning, fouled out to the catcher on a full count in the 4th inning, walked, stole a base, and scored Attleboro's 2nd run in the 6th.
Owen Tabor hitting just a shade under 300 on base percentage. I'm sorry, at 480.
Okay, Kevin, I'm going to shut up. You finish your thought.
I'm just saying, a good eye for the ball does Tabor with his 4 hit-by pitches, 8 walks on the year. Senior leader, senior day is a great moment for the UMass Dartmouth commit.
481 on base percentage. 1-0 count as the first pitch was high. Bombardiers have 2 runs on 2 hits on the day. Fouls that back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a good pitch.
Yeah.
That's I'm sure one that Tabor, that's a good contact pitch. The hit there, he just fouled it off, just missed it. Danny Johnson waits in the on-deck circle.
Roach at third base for Feehan, pantomiming a throw to first.
Again, I'd like
to see that. He wants the ball hit to him. Go ahead.
I'd like to see Hull get off more at second.
Slow breaking ball. That's hit a mile high, deep to left center field. Back is Finland. Finland makes the catch, and the Shamrocks hold on for a 3-2 victory. The win goes to Andrew Cook, the save, George Sacados. Actually, George Sacados gets the win. The Bombardiers tied it.
He's the pitcher of record.
That's right.
So no runs.
Deep. And doesn't that symbolize Owen Tabor's entire season? Once again, he hits the ball well and has nothing to show for it. A 3-2 win for Bishop Feehan. 3 runs on 6 hits, no Attleboro errors. The Shamrocks left 9 runners on base. The Bombardiers, 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 Bishop Feehan errors, 7 Bombardier runners left on base. Kevin.
just our best game of the year for the back and forth, both teams in it, and it came down to the literal last pitch. That fly out almost reminds me of the first game that we did in the fly ball in the playoff game.
Yeah. When
Hawkwater, I'm drawing a blank, Cam Hawkwater flew out the left field right to the warning track, and it ended Attleboro's playoff season that year. That was a deep fly ball to left center. If that's pulled just a little bit, who knows, that might be a double, a triple, or even a home run.
And there it is. So that was a game, let's see, 350 to 623. So that was what, 2 hours, 20 minutes, almost 2.5 hours, which I'd normally complain about.
Not today.
Not today. That was a great game to watch.
And many of these guys will be teammates in just a few weeks on Post 312 American Legion. Many of these guys are off to play some college baseball. And we went through the list of all the Attleboro players that are going off to college, all the seniors.
Bombardiers got an unearned run scored by Kelleher in the second inning. In the sixth inning, they tied it at 2 on an, was that a deep sacrifice fly?
And what inning are you in? I'm sorry.
In the sixth inning, the RBI went to Jamie Block.
Yeah, that was a deep fly ball.
Okay, deep sacrifice fly, which drove home Owen Tabor. For Bishop Feehan, a run scored for Colin Finland, who was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Shawn Stevenson, the cleanup hitter, was 2 for 3 with a walk. He had a ground rule double and scored into a ground rule double in the 4th inning and scored a run. Drove in a run in the 5th inning with a double to right center field that rolled under the fence for another ground rule double. So he had an RBI. Billy Roach, the winning RBI in the top of the 7th with a ground rule double to deep center field. Ian Mosser got on base that inning with a walk. The pinch runner, number 5, stole a base, Matt Saunders, and scored the winning run. Kevin, the final word.
I just like, a great game. I just like to wish all the seniors for Attleboro. I'll just go through quick. Ben Hawkwater, John Rumley, Owen Tabor, Billy Saltmarsh, Jamie Block, Kean Keller, Nate George, Evan Houle, Parker Sackett, Hayden Haggerty, Christian Dame, Nick Pantagius, and manager Grant Bonifant, who we haven't mentioned much this year. He's been the manager for the team in uniform and giving his all in his role all year, as he's off to Roger Williams as well. This is our last baseball game together this year. We do have some softball coming up, I'm sure, for the playoffs. Attleboro's got one more game tomorrow at North Attleboro, another rivalry game. Rivalry versus rivalry, 6 o'clock at Community Field tomorrow night. If you get a chance, it's a nice night. Go out and check it out.
That'll be on North TV, I believe. And best of luck to Bishop Feehan as they'll head to the Division I playoffs. They came in today ranked 14th in the state in Division I. And best of luck to the Shamrocks going forward.
Absolutely.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to our crew, Dave Angel, Peter Bray, and the engineer in charge, Jim Jones. Thank you most of all to you, the viewers, for watching this presentation on AACS 15 Sports.
J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.